I could go to YouTube and find this.
No, probably not.
We are probably live on YouTube right now. I mean, probably. Do you want to check?
I don't know. I'm on the live thing.
Refresh the thing. It's probably going to take like a few seconds to actually catch up.
Oh, the internet's far away.
Not there. Oh, there we are.
You see us.
Terrifying. Oh, I don't like the angles. No, I hate this.
What?
I can only see Joe, which is okay.
How would it be any different? What? I'm confused.
I think I'm watching a taped version of you.
Is that right?
What's the name of the radio?
Yeah, Larry's watching the old version that I recorded earlier for a test.
Yeah.
Oh man,
and somehow you're tricked into believing that's live.
Oh wait, cool. Look, I'm looking at that, but yeah.
Oh.
See?
There's a lag.
Two monitors.
Well, yes, you can.
What did you call me?
There's an obvious lag that can't not.
Oh wow. Wow, now I'm an obvious lag.
You are. But it's working.
I can't do this the whole show.
You don't have to watch yourself.
No, never.
Why would I not want to?
I don't know.
Ooh,
I can give you some reasons.
Chat.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. So we're setting up the stream right now so we can go live here.
Is that what you call it, stream?
I mean, we are live, but we're going to record the show.
So, we're live, pal.
We're live,
What's
pal.
The stream? Can I curse?
Okay,
now?
I fixed my issue. I put everything in the same screen, so I'm not looking over here.
Okay.
That's
cool.
I fixed my issue. I'm just going to assume my parents never loved me. We'll move on.
That's fair.
Fair assumption.
Yeah. All right.
I assume carnies smell. Fair assumption.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat yet?
No.
Why
Some
can I
guy
not see
named
the
Larry
chat
who thinks
in-
that I'm handsome.
Oh.
I don't know.
You have to scroll down.
I only have 4 monitors. Maybe I need more monitors for this. That's how
I
it
think
works.
that's it. I think you need more monitors. It says our bit rate is excellent. So we're not laggy. Yeah, whatever that means.
We got all 8? Do we have all 8 or do we have
all
16?
8 bits. Oh, and now it says error.
Our processors are blasting.
Error. You need to change something, it says. What is this?
Co-host.
Real?
The way you view yourself?
Hold on. You need to change the video resolution.
Your
I don't want
attitude.
to. Not changing that.
Why? Maybe are we getting too many frame rates, Joe? Are you getting nauseous? We go there right here.
Does it not like the blurred background?
Yeah, probably not. Is Dishband still a thing? It says no, he died. There's only Max, and he is in Australia. But he killed the Dishband character, I guess. He murdered it.
Hi, Blue Buddha.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Somebody's in the chat? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Why is Larry frozen?
I don't know. Can you hear my clacky keyboard?
No.
Okay.
Discord's good at not picking that up.
Why did she get a clacky keyboard? Hear my...
You're frozen. You're he's like in the aha
Larry,
video.
You're like broken.
Take on me.
Yeah.
I don't know what your problem is. It says open widget.
We can do a segment on that.
Now it says the stream is poor.
Oh, we know that. We've been begging for 6 months and we got $72. So yeah.
What do they expect this
Stream
to do
is
here
poor.
with it? Okay, stream settings. Let's see. We're just screwing around until we're ready to start the show, so everybody bear with us here.
Yes, this is not the
Or
official.
don't. It's up to you.
Whatever. I'm very surprised Larry was able to get anything like that done.
Yeah, how are you making any of this work?
Did you take a week off?
I'm like shocked that you were able to figure this out.
I had a whole week off.
I like how Larry's background is the star of the show, not him.
I don't need...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yes. Oh, feed Dishpan. Remember he was starving in Australia? Remember that?
Oh, the trash donuts.
Oh, that's sad.
Remember when he
Okay,
left insulin caps all over the house?
Yeah.
I've drank during Raw, and I've drank during this. What do we call this? Where we just say, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" Did you hear
Test.
that?
The test.
So, if I'm going to drink any more during the show, we need to just start.
Too bad.
Start.
I'm
We
not
need
ready
to
yet.
start.
So you're gonna have to chat with the chat while I get ready.
I don't do that. Oh, the single ladies. Oh, the single
Hey, hi.
ladies. Oh,
Hi.
the single
Oh, God.
ladies.
One sip of wine.
Oh, the single ladies.
Hey, walking whiteboard.
Oh, the
It's
single
gonna be great.
ladies. Oh, the single ladies.
How are you?
Larry, shut up.
It's gonna be one of
single
those
ladies.
shows. Everybody.
I'm gonna keep drinking if we don't start. So we could probably
You're going to
start.
keep drinking even if we start.
Hi, everybody in the
Where will
chat.
we be?
I'm trying to you know,
Everyone's
figure-
outside me already.
Yeah,
If we get more than 5 people in the chat, what do we get? Do we get like?
We already have
Oh,
more than 5
whoa,
people.
Can
in
I
the
do
chat.
the? What do I? Ooh, thank you for the golden keys. Ooh, you get the bajonga dance.
I don't know what
Woo.
any of that means. We're not
It's what
doing
those
a
stupid
video
people
game
that play
stream.
video game. Yeah.
This isn't a video game
do
stream,
that.
Larry.
I'm
this
just
is
done. I'm
just
just
a talk
gonna
show.
drink. I'm
Just
just
talking
gonna
about wrestling. It's a podcast, but it just happens to have
Eventually. One of these days.
Ooh, thank you for the super sub dance, super sub dance.
Yes, those are all the idiots that
God.
do that. Okay, so everybody in the chat, you can hear us okay? It's all good?
Where is
Do
the
we sound
chat?
terrible? Do we sound good?
Where is
All
the
right.
chat? Because everything just looks the same.
You're good. You don't need it. I'm asking. I'm typing the question in case. Okay, yeah.
Oh, good.
They can
Thank
hear
you.
us. We are
We're
great.
gonna do this typing instead. That's
Octopus
good.
Mask says you sound good, so we must sound good. So I believe him. I believe his words and his ways, his lies.
Yes.
My hands are huge. Come to me.
I would ask if you were drunk, Claire, but I know you are. So
Learn
I'm
to
fine.
wrestle.
It wouldn't really matter.
Learn to wrestle.
She knows how to wrestle.
Oh, Larry,
Have
doesn't
you
think
watched
so.
wrestling in the last? Oh,
She
horrible.
knows how.
Well, she's
She knows
not doing
how
it.
to wrestle.
And then she trained Lila Valkyrie to wrestle, and now I'm mad at both of them.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Who's that? Who's that?
Who's Lila?
Layla?
Who's Lila?
Well, I don't know.
Layla?
The one that can
Leela?
pin herself by doing this. Oh, I'm being pinned. Oh, my shoulders. Oh no.
Okay, that finish of the match was terrible. Let's just admit that.
Yes, thank you.
I know.
Oh, the single lady. Oh, the single lady.
Oh my god.
There's only so many buttons you could be pushing right now.
So we have
Me?
Dylan in the chat who says he's been a Smart Wrestling fan listener for 15 years. Nate said
Dylan's a known liar.
20 years.
Give them, Larry, give them
Awesome.
20 air horns.
Oh wait.
Oh no, come on. Why'd you do
Yeah, how do
that?
we do this? How do we do it?
Oh.
Thank
Hold
you.
on. I get good at this. I should be able to. From years of playing track and field.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh my god. My head.
Remember, you take a pencil and you put it between your fingers. Did you
Yeah,
cheat like
I
that,
heard.
Joe? Oh, you heard, but you didn't cheat, of course.
Wait, how did I do it? Now tell me how I
Track
did
and
it.
field.
again.
You put the pencil between your fingers on track and field.
No, I actually never did that. I just pressed it really fast and lost. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was tough. It would help if you had a pencil between your fingers and you could do it real quick. From
Wow.
Seattle.
Blue Buddha has been here since season 1.
Yeah, I
Boy,
know.
is his butt tired.
That's amazing. No, Larry's not talking about wobbly pencil. Wobbly pencils. Well, maybe he is. I don't know.
No one remembers these video games, Joe.
They don't?
No.
No, that can't be right.
Hey, let's see about this.
What's going on?
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm setting up.
What's happening with you?
I just have to make sure I have all my notes and stuff ready.
Don't
Since I
you
had to
live with him?
engineer first, so now I'm done engineering. Now I have to actually open up all my stuff. So this will
Okay.
take a few minutes. But we're gonna just talk to the chat. Well, because this is the pre-show part of the 20th anniversary
Yes.
program. Pre-show.
Yes.
Oh, is
Hello,
that how we're
chat.
selling this? Because we mean to do this.
Wait,
We have no matches on this pre-show.
We're not ready, so yes, Larry, we do mean to do it.
Oh, I'm winking in case you can't see.
Oh,
yeah, you're frozen, so.
Why did you put that in the background, and why are you mocking me? What is that? And you're frozen.
Yeah, the frozen part's the best.
I love how you're in front of the words. That's my favorite part of this.
Yeah. Got to stay in front of the words.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can't even see like all your text graphics, Larry, because you don't know how things work.
I've totally screwed this up. Now I'm in some settings.
Okay.
Great.
I hit escape by myself. So.
Okay.
Well, I could share my screen. What's that mean?
We can see what's on your monitor, so I hope you have like all your passwords out and all these windows out that you're embarrassed by.
I did the thing where never mind, I am fixing stuff on my own here, Joe.
Okay, let me do this. You guys
broke it on your own as well.
Talking to me, so shh. Okay.
Okay, so talk, but shush.
No, Larry, be quiet. Don't talk to me.
We might be doing the show
other
by the
people
time you get home.
Like the chat.
We're having video
that means
and
me.
audio problems.
We are not having audio problems. We're having readiness issues.
She can't.
Joe, we're not even talking to Joe, and he's irritated because he can hear us. So I don't know how to fix that one.
I'm doing my stuff. But Larry will not stop talking to me like an idiot.
Well, because Larry's an idiot.
Amy doesn't want me to talk to her.
For this, like for right now, while he's fixing everything, you can talk to me.
Okay, but don't tell Joe, but I've messed up a bunch of settings and I can't figure out what I did.
I'm sure Joe knows that already.
And also,
without even telling him.
I'll chime in as long as I can hear you. I don't care.
We weren't talking to you.
Okay.
Under strict orders.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That checks out.
It does check out. Okay, so stop. Just get your stuff done. All your prep what is that?
Oh, okay. We gotta change that.
I think we're gonna get kicked off. I'm gonna lose the YouTube channel thanks to Larry.
Good.
Yeah, because of all the.
I can't imagine anything better.
It's mine.
You are a gigantic d-bag.
It's like one of the oldest YouTube channels that exists, and you're gonna make it die with your.
How early?
Originally, it was called U-Tablet.
I know you're begging for me to ask. How early were you on YouTube? Back then, it was only called iTube.
It was because it was just me.
No, mine was better because I said U-Tablet.
Yeah, she already did the joke, Claire. You're just late.
Okay, he was busy talking over me.
Yes, get used to it.
Yeah, I know. So where's Waffle House?
She is on her way home right now, but hopefully by the time she gets here, we'll be doing some kind of show, and I would not have sweated to death, and then she will find a corpse in the studio.
Turn the air on. I have a fan on me.
Well, you can't have the fan on. How come she gets a fan during the show?
Because he knows I will die. Also, he can't hear it.
It's not.
He's not the boss of me.
Just let me have a fan.
Do you want to try to use a fan, Larry? Go for it.
The last time I remember you were using a fan, he was opening up a package.
Unplug my refrigerator.
Okay. Oh my God. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. Box of glitter. Octopus Mask remembers.
Those are the funny times. We remember the funny times. Oh, that does feel good. Hey, why? I could have the fan on before the show, right?
Yes. Have it on all you want, but I can hear it, so it's going to die later. But
yeah.
And then you can die after that.
I'm not sending him any more presents, Octopus Mask, so that's not happening again.
No.
Oh, hey, I didn't do any gimmicks for the show. Let me see if I can find a fun gimmick.
Oh my gosh, Justin TV. Yes, I remember that.
Wow. Justin TV is.
We better not be able to hear him pee.
Oh God. Usually you can.
Why did he not?
I don't have my headphones on, so if you're starting the show,
Hello, someone with a pen.
Oh God.
Episode 20 years. Okay. I don't know how to do this. What is a VTuber, Dylan?
remember when I had those puppets that I made and I made them like walk around, dance, and I made a shark for Shark Week and I shrink that.
Yes.
It's puppets. It's
well,
the
I was
future.
asking Dylan since I'm not allowed to talk to you right now.
Okay.
So mindeth your own business.
Fine. That's right.
I don't remember a stripper pole and coffin. I have no idea what that is.
That's in Larry's house.
Wonder who owns that moon.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'll save it for the next 20 year.
You just popped out of Otis's crotch.
Really?
Yes.
Mommy.
Absolutely did.
Mommy.
Son of a...
What?
Nothing. I
have to
stopped
take
myself from swearing.
Okay, I gotta. Oh, are we like on YouTube? Like they can like monetize you?
Yeah, so you shouldn't say anything
demonetize.
bad. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Poop fart part.
That's
Poop,
fine.
poop fart. How close to blue can we work on YouTube? Azul, like
It's
like
still a regular. We're still
eggshell.
We're still recording
Like
for
green.
the podcast, so you probably shouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, we're
This
recording
isn't
for the
extra or other or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the worst extra ever. Why would?
Is it? Oh, okay. You're
Yeah, I hate podcasts when they talk about visual stuff.
Then don't talk about visual stuff.
We're not on the podcast part yet, so
Sound
Or don't talk.
you could just not talk.
Any of this. Yeah, you can just
Oh,
not
I
talk.
can do that. The whole show, please.
Just send me your notes.
Oh, I would love to see you read my notes. Oh no, I wouldn't, because Joe would poop.
I would love
I
to
heard
see
that.
you try to
Joe
send me
would-
an email.
As angry as Joe has ever been at me, he would be so angry if he actually saw me.
You know what's funny is I don't think you know how angry Joe has been at you.
Oh, even that angry. I know how angry I would be.
I was very upset.
I've never said Joe's anger with me is unfounded.
You just keep on popping in and out of Otis's trunks.
Oh my god.
It's very disturbing.
Where would that be?
I'm not helping you.
Oh, if you could see what a mess.
Yes, Raw was early today. I don't remember why, but it was. Are they in Saudi still? No, I don't remember. But it started
It's
at
so they
like
could tape
a
SmackDown
different time. Oh yeah,
after.
yeah, SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gee, Joe, if you were still in Pennsylvania, you could sit through 8 hours of WWE wrestling.
I could.
Gee, Larry, you're not supposed to talk to him while he's finishing up.
Oh, gee, Amy, if you still lived in Pennsylvania.
Tell Joe I said no.
Where would that be? What's the ETA, Joe?
Like a minute or two. I'm almost done.
Oh, hold on, I really got to pee, but I want to pee like just as soon as we're ready to go. Like literally, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and
Ew.
Go run to the bathroom now.
okay, I'm walking.
Mute your microphone. I can't even hear Joe's keyboard.
No, I can't either.
tapping.
Actually, yeah, I wasn't even typing. I was just. Oh yeah, I was. That was like a minute ago. But yes, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh, that's right, because it's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really confused as to how Larry was able to get anything on his background at all. Like even the standard backgrounds. He must have had Waffle House do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does this tell me how many people are in the chat? It just says top chat.
Oh, there's
You're old too, Sakani. I'm not. If I would have had to guess who would come in here and have an insult, I would have guessed Sakani.
Sakani, yes. You can't ever be nice. Gotta say something mean immediately to me. How dare you? Yeah, sorry I'm older now than the last time you saw me. Good God, I apologize for aging.
oh,
And now it's going to be a few
back.
more minutes because I have a new gimmick.
waited on me to pee.
The real question is, how old are we going to be when this is over?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Older than we've ever been.
And now we're even older.
Mm-hmm. Even now.
Older still.
But we still won't be as old as like the main events of WWE title matches.
That's true.
No, I haven't shaved his head yet.
How old is Gunther? 42.
I don't know. Look it up.
Alexa, how old is Gunther?
Or scream in our ears.
No, 37. He's only 37.
Yeah.
Why do Germans always look so old? Austrians. Ostriches. Why do they always look so old?
I don't even know why we're asking that question. Larry, you woke up Dylan's Alexa.
Oh, really? Alexa, order 15 rubbers. Oh, wait, am I allowed to say rubbers?
Yes.
Alexa, don't. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
You goof.
Do you know I have a condom machine in my bathroom?
Yes, you told me
At
500
work or at
times.
home?
At home. Who has time for that at work? I could watch
I'm only
this
typing
all
more,
day.
so Larry has to pee while we're doing the show.
That's okay. I have
I'm not.
plastic
I'm just
down.
kidding. Oh my god, I'm gonna
Can
have
you
to
guys
do
see
math
my
during the
mouse? Like if
Your
I move
mouth?
my mouse, like I'm moving my mouse around, but you can't see me move my mouse, correct?
No.
No.
So it's like the mouse is on this
Want us to
side of
see the mouse?
the glass. No, but it's like the mouse is on this side of the glass.
How old are
But
you?
you can't see it on that side of the glass. What
Right.
hand do I have up? Do I?
Why are you my father?
Why? Am I got my right hand up or my left hand up? Can you?
I'm not talking to you right now. You're already making me tired. You're making me pre-tired.
Well, you guys have made me drunk and hot, and now although the fan is
Yeah,
on.
because we're,
Can we do the fan
force
the
feeding
whole
you
time?
booze and then contributing to global warming directly in your face.
You did Raw after or the show after Raw, and I'm gonna watch that Raw with nothing. That Raw was not good.
Are you telling me that Tuesday mornings when you guys record, you're totally sober? Because I call BS on that.
No, I get up super early and go over my notes and then watch anything I didn't understand the first time I watched it.
So all of it?
No, some of it. Wiki. I can type on the keyboard too, Joe.
Okay. I'm glad. Okay. I think I'm done now, and I think I'm ready.
Sure.
Oh, God. I said I think. Oh.
Gosh.
Oh, my God. That's Sasha Banks. Why is she wearing a clown nose?
Because she am one. Ooh.
Good answer.
She's a legit clown boss.
I can't really argue
She
with that
said
answer.
"womans" 3 times on Dynamite.
Well, she only knows that word. She doesn't know women.
But how?
I'm sorry.
Like, okay, maybe you think, but no one has ever just said,
Only
"Hey."
knows one
She's
word.
Hi,
not
Nick is here.
George
Hey, Nick.
Lucas.
Nick. Nickelodeon's here.
Someone else on the podcast, or what's going on?
We're not on Stickam because I don't think it exists anymore, but if it was,
Oh my God, stick 'em.
then we could go. All right, let's just do a show. All right, everybody
remember-
ready to do
Yeah.
Smart Wrestling Fan 20th anniversary show?
Everybody, like they're like. Where do you get this chat?
Don't. Just leave it alone.
I don't know why he doesn't understand where it is, but okay.
It's not my problem. I refuse to tech support him.
Okay. I'm going to add in the intro music later, so just imagine it. Boop doo 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 intro music.
Is it that good?
Put it in later.
Here,
Do do do.
I got a
It's so
hat
great.
for
Do do
this.
do do. Okay, all I
is
hear
as
is your
far
fan
as I'm
now,
going.
Larry. Your fans gotta
all
go.
this-
Sorry.
Mine can stay though, right?
Yes, because I don't hear you.
This is a lie.
I know.
Because it can
And also
stay.
because
I don't
there would be
hear
consequences.
yours. I wonder why I don't hear yours, but I hear Larry's.
Do you hear mine, Larry?
Yes.
No.
It's deafening.
You lying liar who
It's
lies.
deafening. Yes, it is. It's going.
My face doesn't even sound like that.
It does. It goes. I just heard it.
It does.
That's my cat.
Go like that.
That's Booper.
It does go like that.
Wait, are we starting or was that a lie?
Well, as soon as I'd get him to turn the fan off first, and then we could start.
Oh, can you hear the refrigerator? Because you haven't complained about that yet.
I can't hear it, so you can leave it on.
Good job, fridge. Can you hear me?
Fortunately.
Oh, I need to know, how do you mute stuff?
Oh my
Press
God.
mute. Are you kidding?
There's
You mean
no
other
one
people
button.
or yourself?
No, to change my picture in case I got to pick my nose or something, and
That's not mute
turn off your
because
camera.
that's
I don't know
turn
what
off
you're
your
saying.
camera. There's a green.
so I got to go two different
Where-
things.
I don't know. You figure it out. It's your Discord.
There's
You
the
figure it out.
microphone is next to
It's
the camera
yours.
button. You
I
just
see
turn
those,
it.
but you have to do both at the same. You can't just hit one button.
No.
Probably not.
I need to program everything.
You should
That's the
program
problem.
everything. Okay. Ready to do a show?
Oh
Yeah.
God, we're doing a show.
Okay, let's go. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Smart Wrestling Fan, the longest running weekly episodic pro wrestling podcast in history. I am Joe Negron, probably. This is episode number 1047. Oh, wait. This is the 20th anniversary episode.
Make up your mind.
Is it really?
I don't know. I would have no clue.
Oh my
You
God,
do
it
these
is.
Things.
Oh my God, it
can you
is.
say so?
Happy anniversary, everybody. I am Joe Negron along with Mr. Mutant Larry.
Hello, Joe. Been
We're here
done
live
this.
on video, by the way. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/smartwrestlingfan. We actually are live. Executive Moonbeam,
Sure.
Amy is here. Right here.
It's the 20th. I thought I was here for Pride. I didn't know it was another thing
Well,
too.
it's
Oh, well, you can be
June, so we
proud.
do both. Why can't we do
Well,
both?
I'm proud we've done this. 20 years is a long time.
It really
I should
is.
be
I'm proud Joe has.
You're really...
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
You talking to me?
No.
We've been pre-showing for how long?
Oh.
This is don't
20
say hi to
years.
me.
20
Oh,
years
20
pre-show.
years. That's true.
Yeah.
Are we sure this is working? I'm not doing this show again.
Seems
hate
like it's
Discord.
working.
Yeah, this is working and you are doing it again. So there you go.
Let's see. If the YouTube channel can hear us
I don't-
and it's recording for the podcast, then what else is there? That's all there is.
I don't know if I have to do this again because we were at $74 out of 2,000. So I think the chances of me.
We should mention that. Okay,
Yeah.
so what were we at last week? So last week we were at, so basically we're going to have to run this show we're on video. We're live in the YouTube
business.
chat. We're going to have to run this show not just as a wrestling review show, but we're going to have to run it as basically a telethon because we need to raise the rest of the money because if we don't by the end of the show, maybe there's no next week for the show. So we'll see. But let me just say what happened. So we were up to, what were we at? We were at
$74.
we were at $464.81 last week. But we needed to
How
get
much?
to 2 billion. But I said I'd settle for 2 million or 20,000. Do you want to hear the number again, Larry?
We were at 47,
No.
and you
we were
said
at,
something about 2 billion.
okay, you're not listening. But
I'm not good at math.
that's Larry down
Or
there.
hearing or listening
If you're in the video
or
chat,
comprehending.
you see Sasha Banks dressed up like a clown for some reason in Larry's background, and he's wearing a party hat for the anniversary. So I'm
I went
describing
all
this
out.
for the audio only listeners.
Yeah.
You mean the real listeners?
Well, you don't think the people in the YouTube chat are real? They're right there.
People in the YouTube chat have been here for 20 years, 17 years.
Yeah.
First season.
They're all
somebody's
butts.
had like
why
15
they're here
kids
now.
in 6 degrees.
They're AI butts.
No, I don't
Bots.
think they're butts. Do you mean bots?
Bots.
Oh,
Yes.
Sakani said he's not real. It's confirmed.
Well, that name's
You're
never
not
been
real, man. Oh, yes, you are.
And this guy is a video only listener.
Wow. I like that. Awesome. Video only. It's pretty awesome.
What if somebody stumble? You guys, so you're doing okay. Let's
Yeah.
get it for people who are actually listening. We're doing like some video thing, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on the YouTubes, So somebody could stumble into this, never
Yes.
having no idea of our show.
There's probably somebody
Yes.
that has
God
done that
help
right
them.
now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let me finish what I was saying. I was saying last week we were at, and Larry couldn't hear me for some reason when I said the number, but we were at there's a monkey in the background. Okay, we were at $464.81, I believe, was the total.
Okay.
But our goal was 2 something. We said 2,000 was what we settled on. That means we need over $1,500. Okay, but
Well, there's like 10 people in the chat. What's the math?
everybody just donates like $125 done. We got it. But here's the thing. It's just real simple. No, but here's what happened. That was a week ago. Let's see what happened since then. Because we got a $10 donation from Tom. So that adds, what's that? Like
From who?
Tom.
Oh, I thought you said Tom.
Tom.
Just repeat everything you say.
Tom.
And then we.
I thought you said to Tom. How's that?
Oh, Tatanka. No, Tom donated
Buffalo.
$10. Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
Our friend Oliver, which
Oh,
we're going to have to read
Oliver.
that email, donated $717.90.
What a twist.
Well, it can't be the Oliver I know then, because that guy's a D-bag.
No, real good Oliver.
This
The
one
good
seems nice.
I've never known an Oliver.
The good Oliver donated that much. So
Really?
Yeah. I can't make this
That's
up.
That's
penny
amazing.
that's like a penny per podcast. Wait, it's not even.
It is. So should I read the
Don't.
do that.
Do not.
Should I read the
Someone help me.
email? I'm going to read it because I love this email.
Is this going to be one of those things where I got to get feelings and stuff?
Well, let's see.
Octopus Mask said,
let's see
"Oh, what
if
an
you do.
Oliver twist."
Yeah. Okay, so here,
Dum-dum.
very good. I like that. Oliver writes in. It says, "Dear Joe, Larry, and all the other awesome SWFers, including Amy, I have listened to your show. I have listened to your show for almost 20 years now, on and off. I have watched wrestling for maybe 5 of those years. I haven't watched anything except the occasional clip in over 10 years. But I still listen almost every week to Smart Wrestling Fan. Most of the Smart Wrestling Fan podcasts, Larry, this part's for you. I just skip the recaps because wrestling is boring.
What?
But Joe and
What?
Larry are not. I could listen to you for
He is
hours.
half right.
I could listen to you for hours talking about almost anything, and it would still be much better than most of the quote popular podcasts. And then in parentheses he says, I don't know why anyone listens to that other Joe, if you know what I mean. Yes. The psychopath.
If there's another Joe that does a podcast?
There is, and he's
Not really.
some
Weird.
UFC idiot. Throughout most of this time, I could also never pitch in because I was in school most of the time. I was 15 when I started listening
Oh my.
and went all the way to a PhD.
So he's 2015 now.
Yes. You
Right.
went with me the entire journey every week for free, which is
Aw.
absolutely amazing. He wants to mention that this show is a free podcast that we do.
True.
I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for thousands of hours. Oh my God, what is going on up there? I don't know, did we lose Amy? Oh God.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Let's just keep going.
All right.
For the rest of the show.
I'm scared. For thousands of
I
hours.
can't suddenly go off camera for a second without you yelling, "Did we lose Amy?" If you see the green thing with the Discord thing, I just went off camera real quick.
Okay. Well, all I saw was
Deal with the dog situation.
Okay, that's
Well, but if you say that you were just murdered in the
talking to-
house, he's
I'm talking to Joe.
downstairs.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm talking to Joe.
Okay, let me
Not
finish this nice email because
Okay.
it's nice.
Somebody's actually got emotions.
Yes. He says, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for thousands of hours and of laughs and clever and sometimes drunk commentary. But now I am an actual adult with a job. So it's time.
I'm
so it's
so
my
sorry.
time to pitch in and help save the show. So I was thinking I would donate 1/4, literally pennies an episode with
He did
interest.
the math.
With interest using SP500 returns. That is $397.70 according to ChatGPT. I'm too lazy to calculate myself. Oh my God, ChatGPT doesn't know how to do math in today's money. But I also remember that Larry is responsible for one of the biggest laughs I've ever had. Go bananas. I remember.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, he says, I remember being in the library listening to this, and I had to leave in order to not disturb the other students. So I will add another $100.
Whoa!
I believe this is 2014. So with the power of compounding interest, that makes another $320.20. So I will donate $717.90, which he did. You deserve it for sure. Finally, I have one simple ask. Please add Go Bananas to your Discord soundboard. Thank you very much for being awesome, funny, and entertaining people. Best wishes, Oliver. So there's a pug on screen. Boober. He's here.
Oh, I was wondering how you were on both screens at the same time.
Boober.
That. Well,
Ew, you put his nose up against your cans. Now it's all good.
Okay.
Dog
Banana, 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 banana.
We've added it to the soundboard.
Banana.
Do you know?
Banana.
Yeah.
You want to hear behind the scenes? I was so drunk in my garage when I
Sugar.
called and left that. I know, like, legitimately falling down drunk in my garage and barely remember that I did it. But yeah,
It's supposed to be a surprise.
Okay. What? Well, to me it is. Oh, my eyeballs hurt. But how old is that? Like 17 years?
Oh, it's very old. Yes. It's very, very old.
It's an old banana. Old banana.
Old
Okay, Oliver, you know what?
bananas.
Listen, I am not I am going to make Oliver listen to the whole show. From now on,
Okay.
in every show, I am going to say the word Oliver. He's going to have to listen and see where it goes.
Oh, I see. It's that.
It's going to be all over the podcast.
That would have been so funny if I'd said it.
No.
I know I'm late, but
Boober scratched the
delivered.
crap out of me.
Boober.
I don't blame him.
Oliver, you are wow. Thank you. Okay, but that's not all. Okay, Robin donated $19.41. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Ricardo.
Thank you.
Ricardo.
Blanco?
Ricardo Campos donated $10.69. Thank you.
Very
Sean,
nice.
Sean, $50. Thank you. Valentino.
Wonderful,
that Larry
thank
doesn't
you.
think exists. $20. Thank you. Daniel,
But I'll take the
$25.
money.
Thank you. Octopus Mask, $25.83. Thank you.
He was never real.
Amazing.
Storm Tamer, $26.26. Thank you.
Awesome.
Brian, $15. Thank
Wonderful.
you. Laurie, $5. Thank you.
Now,
Yay.
she's real, at
She's
least in
real.
my mind.
Yes, at least in Larry's mind. Andrew, $20. Thank you. Sean,
Thank you.
$40. Thank you. Dustin,
Another
Sean.
$20.
Different
Thank
Sean.
you. Mr.
We should do this 20-year anniversary thing like
every day.
like, month.
I know.
Yeah.
Mr. Bentley, $20. Thank you.
He's so fancy.
That means that was right. Okay, that ended right before we started the show.
Okay.
Because of that, we're up to $1,484.90.
Wow. Holy crap.
We are
That's
only
great.
$500+ away. So since then, Nick, wallet emailer, $69. See, that's a nice joke there.
Of course.
Oh,
Nate,
I love it.
$20.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you
Awesome.
guys. All of you. Thank you. Blue Buddha, $5.
Thank you very much.
But now I have to do math because
I'll do it.
I lost both of the dogs.
You don't know how to do that. No, I'll do
math?
the adding up. While what do we should ask ChatGPT what the total is.
You drinking?
No, I wish I was.
I don't know how to mute.
Ew. Okay.
I,
Let's do the math. Okay.
You
so,
press the mute button.
oh God. It's a lot of coins, as the chat says. Larry, tell the chat something while I add this up.
it's a lot of coins, chat.
Like next time you are going to do this, let me know and I'll get the calculator ready.
Okay.
You just kind of snuck it up there.
1578.90 we're at right now.
Very good.
1578.
Okay, I'm going to keep that on calculator.
90. Okay, that's fine. All right.
1578, 90.
We have a lot of wrestling to review, though, so we got to get into that.
Yeah, and it's all
And the
bad. This
people-
is like I legitimately this was like the worst week to do 20th anniversary. I did not super enjoy anything this week, including wrestling.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
I don't think
it's-
you did either, but no, you didn't. We were talking off camera, and you're like, well, "This wasn't that bad," and I'm like, "Wasn't that bad?" Yeah, that's great.
Well, it wasn't even done yet when I talked to you about it.
It's not even finished.
So it's not even finished yet.
I have no idea what's going on with my background. I've screwed it up.
I don't know.
That's why I don't do video podcast.
We haven't been recording any of this. We have to start over.
Good. You mean the last
Now it's a
20
running
years,
gag, right?
No.
20 years running gag.
If you
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God, let's recreate everything we just did. Except we won't have to. I swear.
Are you messing with me? Because
the good thing is I'll look like a math genius.
Now, what I can do is I can pull the audio from the YouTube so we don't have to do that, and then I'll just cut. How about that?
Let's do that.
Should we do that?
Oh, now you're funny jokey.
No, I'm for real.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, Laura. Lori. Sorry.
Oh, Lori's here. How do I get to this chat?
You don't.
You don't.
Can you DM in the chat?
No, you're not.
I have to drop in
chat.
that.
I'm sorry.
I have to drop into that.
You're not. You're not allowed in the chat, Larry.
Is that how the kids say?
They do
say
say
drop
that.
in.
They might.
DMs.
They might say that.
Drop into your dungeon master.
We have a lot of stuff to get to. We have to get the news and all that stuff, and then we have to review the wrestling. So we gotta get going. We have a lot to do.
Go.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Go.
But that means we only need $500 more or so
Wait, you want $500 from me
before the show ends, so the show doesn't get canceled. So we can do that, right? Everybody in the chat, everybody is like $100 each, right? We could just do this, knock it out, or whatever. $1. It's $0. It's whatever you want. It's up to you. It's not up to me. Okay, so let's go.
Bananas.
Bananas. Go bananas. That's actually here. Do you want it again?
Go bananas. Go bananas.
There it is. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to press this. I'm sorry. When Nick and Nate donated and Blue Buddha donated. There. Every time somebody donates, they're going to get that noise now. So you want to hear that?
If you remember, yes.
Yeah, if I remember.
He disabled our ability to press the button.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, my soundboard privileges are
I shouldn't have done that. So news, real quick, let's do the ratings that Larry hates so much. SmackDown Live.
I don't hate them,
got
Joe.
Another
Come on.
1.4 or 5 million viewers. No one cares. AEW Dynamite, 600.
Oh my God, you can see my face now. This is not right. Okay. You've never seen my face when you do ratings before.
Okay, why? Because you show your disdain for them?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
but you've never seen it.
Okay.
No, well, just your ratings.
Okay. Well, you don't have to like the ratings. I'm just letting you know the ratings exist. Okay. Then we'll do them real quick, and then you don't have to hear them anymore. Collision, 285,000. We didn't have last week's Collision. It was 426,000. And NXT, 729,000. Good. They're out of the way. Now, let's talk about the news. It's injury week in wrestling again.
I love injury week.
So Liv Morgan had her shoulder surgery, so that's done.
Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. I hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Go ahead.
So Liv gets her Liv gets her shoulder surgery like a day after she gets hurt. And Kevin Owens is 6 months into not getting his surgery?
He still has not gotten the surgery.
Can he not have her doctor? Is her doctor like Speedy Gonzalez and his doctor is like Slowpoke Rodriguez? Did I get that right?
I think you mean Raquel Rodriguez, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. She's kind of sick.
I don't know. It's I mean, do you want to Kevin Owens stuff is sad. Do you want to hear it? I mean,
I know it's very sad because he's
Is it
Kevin Owens
news?
wrestler.
Okay, so what happened with Kevin Owens is he needed the surgery. He wanted to get the surgery right away. That's why he went on SmackDown. He said, "I'm injured. I need the surgery." He wanted to get right away. They took tests and said, "Your swelling's really bad. This number's really bad. No, you have to wait." So he had to wait around, and then he waits, and the numbers still weren't right. And then a few weeks ago, he started his legs were disobeying him, and things were happening with his spine. It's not good. So he got more tests, and in theory, with the swelling down and the more tests in 2 weeks, he should be able to get surgery.
Can we just have him get good and be happy? Because he's given me so much joy.
I know.
In wrestling.
I agree. I totally agree.
I don't want him gone, but I want him healthy, and he has been one of my favorites.
Yes,
and
I know.
He gives and gives.
We all love the Kevin Owens, and if you don't, you're a silly goose of some kind. So that was Liv Morgan had her surgery. It's going to be 6 months, 6 to 8 months right now, and that's a best. That's best case. It could be a year, but we'll see. Chad Gable, if you remember last week, he got his arm broken by Penta backstage so they could write him off. It's so he could go get shoulder surgery. As they showed on Raw, he's in a sling. He's going to go get his surgery, and he's probably going to be out for 6 months or so.
Jeez.
But the story surrounding it is amazing. So we'll with the story that
I have high hopes.
Yes, and
I do too.
We really cooked it. We really started cooking it tonight on Raw. And then Dominic, remember last week they said he wasn't cleared, and then he didn't have his match at the pay-per-view. It's because he has some kind of rib injury. His ribs are broken or sore or something. I think it's just bruised rib.
Okay.
I don't think it's broken.
Oh.
But he's going to be out for a few weeks. But he could.
I don't understand the timeline for injuries, because we've had it where somebody's like had knee surgery and they're back in like a couple of months, and then Bianca Belair breaks a finger and she's been out for like a year and a half.
Oh, that's the worst milked injury ever.
Yes, because with a finger injury, you could wrap it up or put a thing on it and splint on it and wrestle. But
do you know Macho Man had multiple broken fingers?
Yes, all the time he wrestled. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So you can.
But he was also an awful human.
Yes,
and he was also macho. So
I wouldn't. Well, I guess. I mean, should I even talk about the? Well, you know what? Let me talk about the good news first before I talk about the stupid news.
Okay.
I've been screaming about SmackDown going back to 2 hours on the show for months, and I said, well, at least on July 4th it'll be 2 hours, because they're only recording 2 hours after Raw on Pittsburgh. Actually, in Pittsburgh right now. So right now, as we're recording this, they are recording SmackDown for Friday. It's only a 2 hour show, but it is confirmed now, and they said it on WWE programming, so you can't back out now. SmackDown's back to 2 hours for real. So no more 3 hour SmackDown.
Good.
You can use the soundboard and applaud or whatever if you want, because
did you unlock me? Can I actually do things on the soundboard?
Yeah, you could. You could if you try.
Is there a button?
Here we go.
I didn't do that.
I mean, it's golf clap, so it's disingenuous.
Okay.
Disingenuous. Oh no, wine.
Uh-oh.
The wine has kicked in.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Okay.
That's good news. I could take that. That's good news.
What news? What do you want to hear about CM Punk apologizing in Saudi Arabia?
I don't even know how we talk about this.
First things first. If you watched the kickoff show, what's that called? Kickoff? Oh, wait. Hold on. Where's the sound effect?
Wine recommendation. Where'd it go? I can't get the thing. Oh, near my face.
$20 from $20 from John. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Ooh. $20.
I've gotten $20 from a John before.
Oh, dear Larry.
Oh, dear Larry.
Are you saying that I have?
No, I said I did. But if you want to just jump in there, say how much you've got, which I'm sure was more than 20.
Does that make us at $15.79?
Oh my God, it's the math podcast.
Is that right? No. 15.
Oh, no, it's $15.98 and 90 cents.
And 90 cents. Thank you. There it is.
I can do that kind of math.
And look, John's in the chat right now. Hi. Thank you.
Hi, John. Thank you.
Okay, so is this chat?
You don't get the chat.
Ooh.
It also gets one of
them?
these.
Oh, banana.
Okay.
Oh, banana.
That's all. All right. Where are we at now? What am I saying? I'm talking about
CM Punk. What do you want to know? You told us good news.
We could totally
Do we really want to talk about this?
We could totally skip the story, but I think people want to hear it.
I already forgot what the story was.
Okay.
It's all fake and it's disgusting and it's gross.
Oh, CM Punk.
Yeah. So what happened? Okay. What happened on the surface was CM Punk's a hypocrite. He says he's never going to Saudi Arabia. He said it's all blood money. WWE goes there and it's Saudi blood money and the Saudi government's horrible, which is, so far, all that's true, right?
I don't know. Is it true anymore? Because suddenly it's not true.
Oh, that's not the case. So
suddenly that wood chipper never happened or something.
Exactly.
Suddenly Seymour.
And listen, the people of Saudi Arabia, they're very nice. They're the people of the country. We're talking about the horrible government that just murders people for saying like there's one bad thing about their leader, or throw them in jail for this, or chop their hand off for that, or if you're a woman, you're not allowed to drive, or we might have to behead you because you do this or that. That's what we're talking about. That's what we hate. That's why we boycott these blood money shows, okay? That's why we do it. Well, Punk used to do the same thing. He used to boycott the shows. He used to just say they're horrible. He used to be very outspoken about this. But what happens over the years, It's not just money.
But hold on, I have a question already.
Yeah, please.
Was he boycotting them and saying bad things about them when he wasn't with WWE anymore?
Yes.
Like when it was easy for him to do that?
Of course.
Okay, just making sure.
Right.
He wasn't like standing his ground and saying, I'm not going to go.
Oh, no.
Boss.
In fact, no.
It was in a different company.
It was while he
just
wasn't
making
there.
sure.
Right. Because he was never there during the Saudi shows. So we
That's
didn't
what I
have to
thought.
worry about that. Okay. And then, okay, so there's a few ways to look at this. One is what Triple H is claiming. And that is, Punk, well, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Punk apologized to the people of Saudi Arabia. But why?
Yeah, but
he never said a bad thing about the people of Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So that's weird. He said things about their government, but then he ended up going over there for a show anyway. So people like Triple H are arguing, oh, well, Punk just changed and he grew and he became a smarter person over time.
So he grew backwards.
Wait, how do you become a smarter person? Like, wait a minute.
That's what Triple
Putting
H said.
someone in a wood chipper makes sense. That's not becoming smarter.
Okay, let's
Weren't they held hostage on a plane one year?
They were.
Yes, they were.
Sure were.
They don't talk about that.
They don't
That didn't
talk about
So
it.
he's Benjamin Buttoning when it comes to
social
got
issues and helping people. Yes, he is. So what ended
Even
up
though
happening-
he at the same time does pride parades and all this other stuff.
he does, but in
Oh yeah, he does do pride parades. Oh, he also called somebody's haircut because of their haircut. He called him
exactly.
what?
But again, we could say that he grew.
Whatever. I don't want to do this.
I know, but he grew and he.
Then,
I know.
Then shush and let Joe get through it.
Let me just get through real quick because some people are interested in this. Some people that really love CM Punk are like, well, he changed. What's wrong with changing your mind? Well, there's nothing wrong with changing your mind. But did he do so because now with all the sports washing, Saudi Arabia is normalized and it's okay to go over there? Because if you remember, John Cena wouldn't go over there and then he did. And Sami Zayn wouldn't go over and he did. And Kevin Owens wouldn't go and then he did. There were a lot of people that didn't want to go. And they all ended up going. And then the more it became normalized that you could just go there, over the years, people just went. And then CM Punk comes back to the WWE and then he just goes. Right. So the question has to be asked, why did you change your mind? And
Where's that cha-ching button? I don't see it.
oh, yeah, what?
That's why.
Yeah, that's why he changed his mind, because of money. And you don't even get bonuses anymore. You used to get like huge bonuses if you went to Saudi
I don't
Arabia.
even know if it's that.
You don't get anything. You get your normal paycheck, and he still win anyway. So,
okay, the only thing that I care about this story, because
yeah,
I don't want to get on this bashing CM Punk thing because I could do it all day long. And
yes.
I don't like to do it.
Okay.
But the story going into the future is,
Sure.
Is this going to stick in his crawl? Because guess what? CM's crawl is like the worst place to be. If this has made him upset, it's never going to do anything but fester. You know that.
Festus,
that is
it's
his
pronounced Festus.
That's his life story.
Yeah.
So if he thinks this was his decision,
Yeah.
we're good.
Probably.
I
If he
think
thinks
he
for a
decides
moment-
what's stuck in his craw after the fact.
Well, then I'm saying
I think
we could.
I think CM Punk today is fine with it, but CM Punk in a year when he's left the company and he's angry, all of a sudden he was always
Perfect.
angry about it.
Right.
That's exactly what we're going to.
Right.
I worry that in the future it's going to be like, I can't believe what they made me do. Look at them terrible people.
Mm-hmm.
Look at.
Jared.
That's my only voice I got.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the real story because I don't want to delve into like what we know about Punk and who he is or whatever we've seen.
I don't even want to get into
But
the whole how it went down and I mean, you can watch it. It's on the kickoff show too.
Okay, all I have to say, do you remember when we were kids? We're like, oh, there's this videotape that tells how wrestling is done, and do you remember the wrestling granny in that tape? Where they're like, look at that old lady at ringside. She's so upset with the heel that she's
Right, and
yelling.
it was
He's
plant.
yelling back.
All you're gonna say is,
Yeah.
there were some plants there, and WWE has denied that
So bad.
about the plant. But
Joe,
it
real
was.
life never
Let's
works
not
out like
pretend.
that.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
Why? That's real life.
I know more, but I don't know what I should say, so I'm not going to say anything else. So we're done here.
This is one of those things that in the future will come out, and it will probably come out from him.
Oh, it'll
and
come out, but yeah. So let's talk about Dynamite, right?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, it's you, Larry. You ran away from the camera and the microphone. Of course, professional program we're running.
You left the mic on, yeah.
So for anybody in the that's listening live,
I don't have a mute, so we're done.
To donate, we are now at, let's see what our donations are at. We're on almost
$15.98 and 90 cents.
$1,600. So yeah, we can do this. We can do it. I have confidence.
My Dynamite. That sounds like what might be happening here.
Okay.
Be forewarned. I was not impressed with any wrestling this week. So let's see what
I like Dynamite.
Hartman Ware.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but
I thought it was good.
Hartman Ware, Center, Kent, Washington, okay. Rick. Oh no, that's Ricky Abani, Taz, and of course.
Oh, I was warned that you say Ricky Abani.
Taz, and Excalibur. Tony Storm is walking. She's dressed like Boy George, which is timely. Mm-hmm. I know she's got a flashback gimmick, but still. She gets ambushed by Mercedes, so she's not just walking. That was something different. Mercedes beats her up, and then a stagehand comes up and gives Mercedes a microphone, and she punches her.
Wow.
Okay, fine. And then she's like, ha 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 ha, because that's what she says. And Mina's music comes out, and Mina makes a save. Okay. So that was the open. Young Bucks are on the Tron. And they're like, hey, Swerve and Will Ospreay were supposed to have a match tonight, but we are evil, and we're going to move it up from the second hour to the first hour. Ha 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 ha. Wow.
Why were they also Mercedes, by the way?
Mm. But that's some evil stuff right there. Boy, moving your match up. Yeah. So Ospreay has to run to the ring with like putting his boots on and taping up his wrists, and he's like, where's my elbow pads? Wow, those evil Bucks.
But at least they did that. I liked that attention to detail, though, that it was really sprung on them last minute.
Yeah.
But they're trying to say, oh, look, the Bucks are still EVPs. Okay, they're EVPs.
I mean, I guess.
Will Ospreay.
Besides that, when was the last time he did anything with any kind of power?
Exactly. I don't know. Whatever. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, which, by the way, Swerve was ready to go. He's a professional.
Yeah.
Versus Lee Johnson and Blake Christensen. I don't know what kind of advantage you give.
I don't know.
Shoddy. Wait. Let's see. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. If you like in the video games, they would be like what 97% power, 96. Shoddy Lee Johnson and Vanilla Baby. Blake Christensen. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds like an even fight there.
Yes.
So they fight. The announcers say, I guess the Bucks are super evil because they denied Will Ospreay and Swerve the stretching before the match.
That's really dumb.
They talk about the EVPs being founding fathers, and Taz is like, but you can have many fathers. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess whatever.
I suppose.
The Bucks music hits and they're like, oh, distraction, but it's not a distraction. They don't come out, but then they come out later and sit there. I guess it made you look. That was a thing.
I guess so.
And then Blake Christensen thing is he walks the ropes for like 15 minutes.
Wait, what do you think his name is?
Blake Christensen.
Oh, okay. You said it right that time.
It's just Christian.
No.
It's just Christian.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's Christian? Oh, you were wrong. I thought you said Chris Justin, which is not even a thing.
Okay.
Whatever he does, he walks the ropes like 5 times around it. It looks terrible because why would you not just pull on him and pull him down? Swerve gets a hot tag in, and then he beats up people and does a house call to Blake, and they win. Wow.
Yep.
And Swerve yells at the EVPs. He's like, we're going to get you. And then he says, we'll have a tag match it all in. And Ospreay says, you know what? Let's up the stakes. If we win, you get your vice presidencies.
Yeah.
EVPs, whatever.
Okay. Here's the problem with the storyline. It's, hey, you guys, one of the biggest problems. Hey, you guys have to put your EVP titles online. First of all, why do they have to?
Why? Yeah.
Why would they ever agree to that? And if they did, what are we supposed to believe that just like Ospreay and Swerve are going to do like comedy booking and stuff for like a few weeks? Like we are in charge of this show. So let's.
Well, hopefully next
the Young
week
Bucks
because
are
it doesn't
banned or something like.
Hopefully next week the EVPs, because they didn't do it this week. Hopefully next week they come back and they're like, but we want, because I hate one-sided stipulation matches. But we'll see. And Swerve is like, okay, and I will jump out and dive on security guards. Yeah. He does that. Hey, they cover that return of Bushi last week. That's true. No one saw.
That's true.
Wow. What was that? Why did he come back on a show no one's watching?
Did you hear it?
Yes. No. How much do I add to the thing?
John, $10. Different John.
1608, 90 cents.
Yes. So many John. Yeah. The Bucks are in the back, and they're like, ha ha ha, Swerve, you're stupid, because don't you know that if you dive on security guards, you hit them, that is a 1 week suspension. That's the rule. Didn't we just see Mercedes punch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That's the rule.
It was very irritating. What am I adding?
Matt King Cole. He doesn't like when I call him that. $21.10. Thank you.
$1,630. I see what you did there.
Aha.
The Don Callis family is in there, and they're like, hey, we should all hurt Bushi. And they're like, that's how you get to Kenny Omega. And I'm like, okay.
Ibushi. Kota Ibushi.
Yeah.
This whole time I'm thinking, wow, I don't remember Ibushi on this program at all, but I'm not going to say that because then it's going to seem like I didn't pay attention. But no, it's Kota Ibushi.
It's actually Ibushi. The I is silent, but whatever. Okay. And then they're like, okay, we'll work together now. And Okada and Takeshita look at each other, and he's like, this is just temporary. So, okay, I don't know what's going on. Ibushi versus Trent Beretta.
You can call him Kota.
We're told that Trent's eyes are vacant and focused by Ricky Abani. So
that's weird.
They're vacant.
That's some serial killer stuff.
Yeah. Ibushi he doesn't staple his own neck. He does a suplex, and the whole gimmick is his head could fall off at any minute, right?
Yes.
But when he does a suplex, he lands on his own neck. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know.
The knee, that super knee.
Kamagoye?
Ibushi wins. Not today, thanks. Okada comes out on the ramp, and they're like, look, and then he leaves. And the commentators say, there's going to be a match. Okay. Thanks, commentators.
All right.
A video about Moxley, and he's just talking everything he's talked for the last 6 months.
I am so sick of Moxley, and I know that is not a hot take. I know a lot of people are, but my God, I'm having a hard time even remembering how he got here.
I know.
Oh, no offense, but that's like saying, wow, today is a day. It's just...
Okay, so
what is going on here?
My theory with that is, if you don't remember how he got here, it was because he beat Daniel Bryanson, and when he beat Bryan, the stipulation was if Bryan will lose the title and retire. So he retired Bryan, and then he put a plastic bag over his head to try to murder him. So if I'm not mistaken, that's how he got kicked out, which leads me to believe that hopefully the story is that Hangman doesn't want any help from anybody, and nobody wants to help him. But maybe when it's like 20 against 1, maybe Bryan will cost Moxley that title at All In. We'll see.
But Daniel Bryan has been popping up like Groundhog.
And that's why I believe it, because on dark matches, he's been popping up on Ring of Honor and on Collision, if you can believe it. But dark matches, not on the actual program. So
I have a request, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. Can you please switch it from Sasha to Otis or something? I'm talking about Larry and his background for those who are...
Oh, I have him blocked. People in the chat
I can't take it anymore.
Soundboard over Larry's face, so I did it.
Okay, because unfortunately I can still see it.
I put it down. I'd
rather have that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Renee has AR Fox in the back, because why wouldn't you?
Poor misused guy.
This is my favorite conversation of the week here with AR Fox.
He was so good on Lucha Underground and
He's still
everything.
Good.
Yeah,
he was booked well in Lucha Underground though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but here. So Renee talks about how much momentum AR Fox has.
Because none.
Where? How?
What momentum?
He never won.
I don't remember the last time he won a match. He's wrestled a lot. Is that momentum?
Maybe that's his momentum. Is that he's just on this?
He wrestles every week,
cycle
and I'm glad
of not winning. That's his momentum. Momentum could be anything. Now that you know if it's consistent.
Yeah.
Ricochet comes in. Ricochet says, "Hey, AR Fox, I want your help fighting jet speed." And I'm like, "You're fighting jet speed? Okay, can't keep. Is that a story? I don't know." No. And AR Fox says, "I don't know." And then he's like, "Yeah, we're a team." And AR Fox is like, "What happened?"
That's not a story. It's nothing.
Ricochet and AR Fox versus jet speed. And the announcers say, AR Fox, boy, he's one win away from being something special.
One win away from ever winning his first win. What?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's one win away from one win. Yeah. Wow.
And I'm not, yeah, he's great, but wow. Rick Iabani setting about more. I have no idea what that means. And then okay. When you guys don't listen when I'm watching during the breaks, Ricky Iabani disappears. Anyway. Ricky Iabani disappears, so it's just Taz and Excalibur, and they're talking. And Taz says something, and Excalibur goes, "Hey, be careful! I'll take you back to the Bone Zone." And they both laugh at Ricky Iabani.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ricochet's like doesn't want to tag in and stuff, and he eventually leaves Fox all alone. And Knight pins Fox or whatever. Wow. Tony's on the ramp because you know what? Tony's on there. He's got his sneakers on. Tony Schiavone.
Tony Storm.
And
okay. Because I thought Tony Khan.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of Tonys.
So there's a lot.
They've done it again. Tony Schiavone is used sparingly in this, but you want to use him here because you got to hear what Jet Speed is thinking. Got to have that hot on the ramp Jet Speed
very
interview.
Important to everyone.
I like them.
I know there's nothing wrong with their wrestling, but wow, you should have heard them
I
talk
like them, and I think they're winning the
I did hear them
titles
talk because I watched the show.
Well, I know, but it's so they say, and then Knight says it's like that old song says. Hey, I hope we get a title match against the Hurt Syndicate. They should give us a title match. What? I
know that song. It's very popular.
Yeah.
What was that whole reference to?
Larry, you are a lot older than us. That song was very popular when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
Is that the Taylor Swift's? Did she say that?
It might be the Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Okay.
She broke up with them, though.
Her Syndicate just come out and beat them all up, put them through tables and stuff. And they pose, and then I like this. MJF comes out after that's all done and poses with them. And then MJF says, I'm going to qualify for that whole gauntlet thing that's going on. And then he makes fun of Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe comes out and he says, the word of the day is empathy, and you're a loser. And the Hurt Syndicate go back to watch in the back. So, yeah. A casino gauntlet qualifying match: Mark Briscoe versus Bandito versus Roderick Strong versus
Strong.
Taz excited. Taz excited because everybody in this match is from different countries.
Oh my God, they're not Taz.
Yeah, and then Taz talks about how Briscoe has an advantage because working on a farm.
What countries does he think they're from?
Well, he knows Japan and he knows Mexico.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know where he thinks Mark. He's got to think Mark Briscoe's from the United States, but Roderick Strong is not like.
Isn't he Canadian?
No. Oh, maybe that's what he thought. Yeah, okay, that's probably what he thought, but he's not.
I'm gonna do the Googles.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure he's not from Canada.
Yeah. Taz talks about how Mark Briscoe has a super advantage because working on farms makes you strong and everything. And Excalibur's like, "You're from Brooklyn. What do you farm concrete?"
Yes.
This just in. No, Roderick Strong is not Canadian. He is an American professional wrestler whose real name is Christopher Lindsay. He was born in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
You just stooged him out.
I did.
Stooged him out.
Roderick Lindsay.
Froggy Bow doesn't work. That 21 plex, I guess if somebody else helps, it becomes a 42 plex. Ha ha ha. Into Hardick, but Briscoe does a Froggy Bow, and it works because it's Roderick Strong. And, yeah, so he wins. And MJF and the Hurt Syndicate were watching.
Am I the only one not sold on Briscoe? I
think he's very good. I mean...
Okay, now here's the problem. Expectations were so low.
Yes.
Oh, it's the Eddie Kingston thing. This is what AEW does. They bring somebody in that you're like, I will hate this person completely. And then when you don't, you're like, wow, what a good thing. Remember Eddie Kingston?
I never was a fan of either one of them. I'm not a fan of this guy. I know he's supposed to be charming and endearing and whatever. Don't care.
Amy, his brother is dead.
I understand that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, lots of people's brothers are dead.
None of mine yet. Oh my god, which is hilarious because I am the youngest of 7, so eventually I will have so many days off of work when they all die that I will like have because we get like 3 days off of work, so I will have so many.
The dogs have gone crazy. I will be right back.
Okay.
You won't miss anything. Cole does. He talks about. Adam Cole does an open challenge, and he's like, "I will do an open challenge, but it's got to be a Don Callis family member." Okay, I don't care because it's for Collision. I don't care. I knew it was Collision, so I know it's going to be like the low tier Don Callis family.
True.
It's very low.
I predicted exactly which one it was. So
Casino Gauntlet qualifying match. Chris Statlander, Athena, Willow Nightingale, and Thunder Rosa. Why is Thunder Rosa still here? Can we change her name to insert wrestler here? That is what she is. Billy Starks is at ringside for Athena, and I'm like, no one knows what that's about.
No, because they don't watch Ring of Honor. No.
The match. Shafir comes out and stares. Wheeler Yuta actually tries to attack Nightingale, who pounces him, and but that was a distraction. So Saturday Night Fever and Statlander wins. So I don't know where this whole thing's heading. Here's the problem with the whole thing about the Death Riders talking to Statlander. It makes me think that gimmick's going to continue, and I hate that. So
yes.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Video of Nick Wayne and Christian tag teaming, and they're like, we're going to be the first ever father-son tag team championship.
Oh, I didn't put it in the news, so I'm going to put it here as a secret tidbit. TK already has the titles made up for, it's called Intergenerational Tag Team Champions.
Intergenerational?
Yeah, so it's going to be, and it's going to go to Nick Wayne and Christian for their father's.
But who does it go to?
Edge, and you don't want to know. Edge and Daniel Garcia.
Edge and. That's not right.
Why not?
Garcia's terrible, and he should be fired. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to stop caring.
Okay,
Renee has FTR and Stokely. God, this is so bad. They're like, you know what? We want the Outrunners to talk to on Collision. Listen, wrestling is all about making me want to watch things.
Yeah.
And, hey, what's going to happen next?
Yeah. I know, it's bad.
How about... We'll get to Collision. Okay. Hangman Page versus Beast Mortos.
Yeah.
Oh, Beast Mortos is El Blanco Mortos, right? Because he's all white today.
Sure. Blanco, you mean.
Blancos?
Yes.
Blanco?
Blanco?
Hangman would be able to say that.
Yes.
Taz calls Beast Mortos man mask ram face ponytail goatee guy.
That makes sense.
He's just saying what
that's his nickname.
They talk about Beast Mortos, and Ricky Abani says, "Oh, what? No." Taz says, "Boy, that mask smells. I've wrestled people wear masks." And Ricky Abani says, "You know, that might be his real face." And Taz getting serious goes, "You really think that's his real face? Is that what the Bone Zone is? Hot takes like." You think that's his real face?
No, you know what the Bone Zone is.
They made fun of it all night during commercials.
So bad.
And Taz talks about Beast Mortos later in the match, and he goes, if that is his real name, and Ricky Abani starts to say something, and Taz goes, no, you thought that was his real face.
Yeah.
It was great. So in the middle of this match, we have to sell Collision. Because that's how wrestling works, and I appreciate that. They sell Collision because they tell me, hey, we heard that it's official. FTR is going to talk to the Outrunners.
It's terrible.
Way to sell that.
No one cares.
Hangman does a Poison Rana, which is amazing. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Buckshot.
I love Hangman.
This match was awesome. And Hangman's
do you want to know what's
fantastic lately?
Do you want to know why AEW, whether they're marking me or whatever, the reason that some things are good there is like, oh, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is where the story's going. This is where the story going. And then, Hangman's around. Hangman's doing thing. And I'm like, oh, the smart wrestling fans, oh, they're changing the story, whether they are or not. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, I see, because the Hangman thing worked, and they're fooling me, they're working me, whatever. I like being able to follow a story that's not like, oh, this is who John Cena is going to wrestle. Oh, this is who. Oh, we have to put Goldberg in a match. That is a huge advantage.
Don't get me started on the Goldberg crap right now.
Oh, we'll get to it. Lights out. Oh, Hangman won, by the way. Lights out. You know what that means? Nope. The Bucks have Adam Page in a V-trigger thing, and they do it to him. He's like, oh, no. And the Death Riders come out, and Moxley's going to choke out Page with a chain.
No.
But the Ops run in. They're going to save him. And then Will Ospreay jumps in, too.
No.
And then Moxley leaves, but he says, I will show you what a real world champion looks like at the pay-per-views. And that's it.
Wow.
I will say this was the best wrestling of the week. I will also say it was nothing special.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So, I mean, that's how wrestling works.
That
20th anniversary week.
Let me see if anybody emailed in about the show. I don't think so. No. General.
It wasn't. Listen, it's 2 hours. It was worth it, but it wasn't terrible.
And other emails. Yeah. I don't have any about Dynamite specifically. I have this one, though, from Lunatic Mainstream.
Okay.
And he says, this is a long email, but I think it's justified. I meant to write this email initially after WrestleMania 40 and then kept forgetting. Then I figured I'd wait till your 1000th
Wait, is that years ago?
No. 2 years ago.
I don't know.
We've only done 20 years.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. WrestleMania 40 was when?
2 years ago.
So yes, it's been a long time since he threatened that email.
Yeah.
Like he meant to write it a few years ago.
Don't threaten me with your email.
Okay. Then I'd figured I'd wait until your 1000th show, and I missed that. Mania this year went by, and every week I'm thinking I should send this thing. But always think of it while driving. Anyway, congratulations on 20 years. So I have been a wrestling fan my whole life. In and out of watching wrestling since high school. Always kept up with recaps online and would catch the occasional show. Got into it a bit ago in college and then not really again consistently other than recaps until 2013 when I started commuting for a job from South Jersey to King of Prussia.
That's Joe's thing.
It's named after a tavern that was at the intersection where the mall is called the King of Prussia Mall, Larry. That's when I started listening to Smart Wrestling Fan. It made me invested again, just listening to the main show. Excuse me. And then I went back and caught up with Retro and everything else. Awesome. So flash forward to whatever year the Rumble was in Philly. And I'm trying to get my boss to use our corporate suite at the arena for the Rumble. Couldn't get it, but it's important to the narrative. Chatted with him about wrestling as he was a fan of the Attitude Era. I know, for a while. Then the Thursday before WrestleMania 40, this guy texts me, now 2 levels above me at work, and asks if I wanted to go to WrestleMania. I said it was getting a really good build. I was regretting not buying tickets, but it's expensive, and I went to the other WrestleMania in Philly in high school. He said, no, I mean, it's on the house. I have Philly's full season tickets, and my rep asked if I wanted to go because he had seats for night 1 in the Philly sales rep box. I just have to confirm. So we went. It was amazing. About halfway up the aisle, lower suite with free food and booze, attached a few pictures here. And yes, they had.
I have lost the narrative here.
They had cookies and
he's telling us about an experience he had.
Yeah, they have everything here. Oh my God, all this food. And drinks.
Larry, I'm sorry. Larry's confused because it involves us trying to be excited for something someone else did. And showing an interest in someone else that's not yourself.
That's okay.
So that's just to set the framework here. That's what's going on. So I can understand how you don't get that.
Well, he didn't invite me.
No, he didn't. On purpose.
No, he didn't.
He did say it was 1 ticket, though. So I say all this to come to this point. Thank you, not only for the hundreds of hours of enjoyment, but for getting me back into loving wrestling week to week. Because you got me back into it, I was able to experience WrestleMania 40 Night 1 in a way that I never could have afforded
I see.
or
That's awesome.
justified even if I could. Thank you. I donated
I
$40
see how it came around.
for the 20th in honor of what you've given me. Congrats on 28 years and beyond. Thanks, Lunatic Mainstream. So
Very
yes, he was
nice.
one of the $40 guys. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. We should
Which
do
was
something.
40?
Okay,
Which
Larry,
did you go? Wait, you didn't go to 40.
Yeah, what should we go to? 30? We went to 30.
39.
We went to 30. Yeah,
30.
Okay.
It was a million years ago. The
Yeah.
math doesn't add up.
2013. Well, yeah, because 40 was in 2023. So yeah, there you go. That's it.
Oh, I remember that trip. That was an awesome trip. And I was going to say, I bought earrings that were so big that I couldn't wear them, but these are bigger than those earrings. So never
Oh,
mind.
that's true. So,
But I do remember doing the drunk walk across the street to get those earrings.
are you going to? Yes, Larry did not go to that. Wallet Emailer says, yeah, Larry didn't go to that one. Yes, he did not. He was very mad. But you know what? He wouldn't have gone anyway. Even if we would have.
No, he wouldn't have.
I could have bought him a ticket and he would
I
have wasted
know.
it. He would have said,
Right.
I
I
would
would've-
donate this to
I
somebody.
have-
Now I
to-
would have been mad.
Listen, I've went to every major.
Nothing. We
one
went
show.
to every major nothing.
I've went to every one show from every major, like, company, like federation. So I have to go to an AEW. Man, it's like.
Okay, so Joe,
I like AEW, but
Joe, what was your favorite live event that you went to?
WrestleMania 30.
really?
Was it 30?
I mean, Undertaker's streak getting broken. Yeah, that was like.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys lucked out.
was
You really
insane.
lucked out.
We went to an amazing, yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay,
really
so
lucked out.
let's take WrestleMania out of the. Of the
Besides
picture.
that,
your favorite, just like random general live wrestling event that you went to.
probably a Lucha Underground, one of them.
Oh,
The one where it was Vampiro against
that doesn't count.
what was
It
it?
does count.
it was
Wait, why wouldn't it count?
Why wouldn't it
No,
count?
not as a major fed. Not as a major fed.
It counts as a favorite. I didn't say. No one said major fed except for you.
I know. I heard.
I
it.
was
said,
that-
what was your favorite live wrestling show?
Yeah, it was that show where it was Penta. I think it was Penta against Vampiro, and they used light tubes, and it was just gross. And it was
Yeah, that was
It was
awesome.
exciting to be there. And then,
Yeah.
yes, I was at the Jeff Katz hot air balloon wrestling at the Jim.
Yes,
Henson
that's my
Studios.
favorite story.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got to meet a lot of people like Tommy Dreamer and that great Max Landis. Such a great stand-up
I think
guy.
no one you met is good right now.
And
Because
now, hold
Katz
on,
isn't
Lance.
great and Landis
Hold
isn't
on.
great and
Lance Storm. He's good.
oh,
I
Lance
like
Storm.
Lance.
Yeah. He's
Christopher
fine.
Daniels, Poop Pal, he's good.
Wait, which one's Lance Storm? Which one's the
Eddie-
guy who wrestles?
The Canadian.
Lance Storm is
the
the boring
Canadian
one
guy who's
that
very
everyone
bland.
Likes boring.
He's the bland.
Which one
Canadian.
is he?
the one that doesn't
Very
wrestle
bland.
anymore.
Lance Archer. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking Lance Archer. Okay. Yes. Got it. Go.
And I didn't get to meet him, but he was there. Kenny Omega broke the chandelier.
Yes.
That's the
I
best.
remember that.
Yeah.
Why didn't I go to this?
Because I was only allowed in because of the show, and I was on the Kickstarter thing, and
Oh,
it was
okay.
like
That's
a
right.
whole. It
Got
was
it.
like a whole thing. So
Okay.
Was Eddie Kingston on that show on that card?
I can't. Maybe
I think he was. Yeah.
it was Muhammad Hassan, and it was Luther, and it was MVP, I think. And
weren't
it
you
was-
weren't you at the Edge Lita live sex show?
Yeah, I was there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
that's
What?
right.
The what?
Yes, I was there. And
Repeat
The
what?
dark-
No. We're not going.
The dark
Ed
match?
Lito live sex show.
wait, Larry,
Lita.
how do you not
when they had
remember
their
that?
celebratory
Oh, okay.
in the middle of the ring?
Yeah. Okay.
And
totally
not
was
only
like
was I
that.
there, but the
I
dark
didn't.
match was 3-minute warnings last match ever.
Oh,
Before they
yeah, that's
turned him into a
right.
MAGA. Yep,
Yeah.
that was real.
I'm Amy. What was your favorite live wrestling, Larry? My favorite live wrestling was
I do
when
not
was-
sound like that.
When I was really young, I went to, and I don't. My memory is really hazy because I wasn't that young, but I went to two different WWE events. I was in the Columbus event where Money Inc. lost the titles to the Steiners,
Oh,
and it still counts, but it was never televised.
right.
That was a weird one. And I was also at a Columbus event where Brock Lesnar was not technically wrestling on TV.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been his first dark match, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to be great. I called that one. So that
Well, he looked like a
But honestly, my favorite,
monster.
my two favorite live events, which you would never guess, Chikara, just because that was fun. And do you remember when Dixie's group. Yeah. TNA. And TNA was like, remember when they were like, we're gonna leave the Carney Festival.
Yes.
And we're gonna go all around the world.
Yeah.
And then they went back to the Carney Festival and they're like, we sold your place to the pizza and the cup guys, so you guys can't wrestle. But when they left and when they left and they went all over the world, they went to, was it Columbus or Cincinnati? Columbus or Cincinnati. That was such a great show. And it was the reason it was a great show is, I don't care what you think about Dixie. Everybody wrestling there was so bought in. I don't know why, but they were out there talking to the crowd. It was like it was a meet and greet and also a wrestling
we went
show.
to one of
It was
those
fantastic.
too.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, those people worked so
And
hard.
I don't know, was it last month, Joe, or the month before I went to the East Coast?
Oh, yeah, GCW.
And I was in a state. What state was I in?
GCW.
Delaware. It was Delaware. It was
That's not much of a
Maryland.
state.
It was Maryland. It was
the
Maryland.
one with no blood allowed.
Yeah, it was Maryland. It was GCW. It was super fun. I got to meet Josh G, who is a listener on the show, something, and got to hang out with him and his wife, and that was a great show. And yeah, it was like the guys would wrestle, and then they would pop out and like be at the merch table right away. It was cool. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
Honestly, if I will have to go to an AEW show. It's just I'm gonna have
should.
But I would rather just go to some. Well, Chikara's not around, but that kind of stuff was just,
We've had really big events here in LA recently, and right, which ones were they? And like, I don't care.
No,
I don't care anymore.
Listen. I'm legitimately 45 minutes away from every time they wrestle in Columbus, and I'm just not.
I just
like it would take me for us to get to LA. It would take us probably 3 hours, and we would probably need to get a hotel room because of the traffic and the whole thing.
Because it's like you think we're right
and it's just not worth it.
We're not.
So it makes more sense just to watch it from home.
Ruins everything. The traffic is a ruin.
Interesting story. Remember when I had last week off because of Christmas in July?
In June.
It's not July yet.
I know, but that's how my family works. Okay. But yeah, I had last weekend off.
It's a lot.
It was on the weekend, and it was, it was going to be Sunday, and I was, going into so I wasn't able to do the show. But that Friday, and legitimately 8 miles from my house, the bar was having micro wrestlers, which
they were right down the street.
They're 2 miles from our house. They're right down the street.
They were within walking distance of here.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would have went to that and probably had a better time because those people are at least trying, and not that WWE people don't care, but you can't care in the same way that someone who's like working a crowd that's fitting into a bar.
This is true.
And I don't know. I don't think I'll ever go to another WWE event. I don't. Not because I hate them or anything. It's just
I don't know that we will either, unless like someone maybe who we know in the video game industry or something says tickets. Like here's box tickets or something. I'm not going.
I really don't want to give them. I already feel bad when I give them money with action figures. I don't want to give them money for other stuff too.
When I'm talking about when I saw Money Inc. and the Steiners, or I saw Brock Lesnar in a dark match, you could legitimately get on the internet or whatever, and get good tickets. There's no good tickets for normal people anymore. There's just not.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Let them make their money. I'll watch their show. Yeah. Whatever.
Well,
what are we doing? We got decapitated there. Distracted there for a while.
Decapitated.
It's called like hosting a podcast where we just have conversations.
Yeah, remember that? So Larry, are you going to quick run down Collision? Because I don't want much Collision. Please.
It's
just,
such a bad show,
It's not anything.
Joe.
Please get through it real fast.
Okay. Okay, let me not obsess about how bad it was.
Yeah, I just
Hartman Ware
over.
Center, Kent Washington, Tony Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness. Why are we wasting Tony on this?
I don't know.
Why not Nigel and Ricky Ebony on this, and no one will ever watch it?
I don't know.
Hey, the thing that you're supposed to watch the show for is at the top of the show. Tony Schiavone brings out the Outrunners and FTR.
Yep.
Stokely says how, hey, we used to be friends. FTR made some stupid friendship video that wasn't like as good as, remember Jericho had all the friendship stuff?
Yes.
This makes
That's
no
awesome.
sense. Does anyone know what this feud is or why it is?
No, not at all.
I mean, so they're like, we were such good friends. They show a video and they're like, you're terrible, horrible people, Outriggers. And then Outriggers is like, I don't like you either, FTR. And they're like, we will have a match. It was so bad. I like Stokely, but wow, he sucks with these people. Patriarchy, which
great.
is Christian and Nick Wayne versus Big Bill and Brian Keith, the Tree People. Brian Keith does a spear, but Christian saves Keith from a power bomb, and then Nick Wayne pins Keith. I don't care. This is so
This
bad.
isn't speedy.
Not at all.
Josh Alexander.
It's like regular review.
Who did you guess that Adam Cole's open challenge for the belt was going to be?
Josh Alexander.
Your mom.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
After the break, Christian Cage is like, Nick Wayne is great, but MVP's there, and he's like, you guys won our titles. And he's like, yeah, we do. And he's like, you better not do that. These guys are monsters. And Christian says, well, I never listened to a criminal who's bad at being a criminal because he got caught robbing what was a cruise ship. That's amazing.
Yes.
Maybe the best story ever in wrestling. I love that story.
It's good.
And MVP says, okay, well, you guys are, go for it. Brody King and Templaro? What?
Templaria?
Doesn't Brody King have a stable?
No, he has one Julia Hart that left him, and he has one Buddy Matthews that injured.
I went from not caring at all about Brody King into really liking him with like 2 t-shirt choices.
That's true.
No,
But that's
Brody
me.
King is great, but he has no story. Rocky Romero and Hechicero, which, boy, this weird thing about putting Hechicero in the Don Callis family because
Losing every match, yeah.
Yeah, we need a Hispanic guy. Gonzo Bomb, and they pinned Rocky, I think. I don't remember. Mercedes Menendez says she's
not real.
been...
Who's that? That a new character?
She's been giving the women's wrestling a real shine.
I think you lost the right to criticize how
women's
she says
champion.
women's and women's when you said Menendez.
I am not getting paid what she's getting paid. If I was getting paid what she was getting paid, I would be sober and so.
She is
on
getting
top.
paid mostly to wrestle. Oh God, wrestle, not to speak.
Well, no, she's terrible.
I'm done.
So Tony Storm had a little silent movie, which was cool because we go to, Tony Storm's doing a silent movie thing. But then Mercedes has the film in a can and she's hitting it. Did that stop the movie?
I guess.
That's now, and there's
This is
also
longer
a
than the
tape
Dynamite
recorder.
That's longer than Collision.
Explain this to me, movie boy. I don't understand how this works. Like, I was watching a movie, and then Mercedes hits the cans that the movies are in.
What was the frame rate?
I don't. It is
24
Was it in
frames
the
per
correct
second.
aspect ratio?
So next week, Mercedes is going to wrestle Mina, and then Mercedes says, "I will even give Tony Storm a steak." Ha ha! Ha, and she rubs her belly. What? Isn't there like a movie dinner thing they do on that TMC?
Yes,
Isn't
dinner
that
and
the
movie.
joke? Isn't that the joke? And she didn't get it. I don't
Yes.
care.
I don't know.
Yes,
Mina-
the movie dinner thing is dinner and a movie. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Mina
Who's paying
and
attention to the
Tony are
details?
talking to Lexi, and Mina says, "I will get revenge. Don't you help me out, Tony?" And Tony says, "Okay, I won't help you out." Megan Bain versus Vert Vixen. Did I write that down wrong?
No, that's right.
No,
Okay. Penelope's there too. It's a squash match.
Penelope.
Megan Bowen. Anthony Bowen's talking. He's like, I'm going to get in that casino thing. And Billy's at home right now thinking up strategies, and my new catchphrase is I have 4 or 5 tools and prove me wrong.
It's so confusing.
Adam Cole, that TNT Open Challenge, Josh Alexander. Explain this, how this worked at the finish. Josh Alexander is doing really well. German suplex. And then he gets his neck given out because he has a weak neck and his head's going to fall off.
His neck is made of sand.
And then Adam Cole does the boom. It's over. Yeah, what?
That was a terrible finish.
And then Adam Cole walks up the ramp, and there's a kid. He's like, fight me. And then Kato puts up. He's like, I'll fight you. And I'm like, that's pretty much a fair fight because you weigh the same amount. AR Fox stops Ricochet, and Ricochet's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, what was that deal? You left me in our tag match. And the Gates of Agony jump AR Fox.
Oh, look, and the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, like I said 2 months ago. Yeah.
Alex Wiener is coming, which is Will Ospreay's girlfriend.
That's not her name.
Yes, she is.
No.
Alex Windsor is coming.
Thank you.
That's better.
Follow. Yes. Oh. Okay. Queen Armadillo versus
Armadillo,
Sky Blue.
yes.
Code Blue, no. And then off with her head, Queen. Why is Sky Blue losing?
Every match since she came back, I don't know.
Is there not like so much money in her? Why does she not go to WWE? If
you shake her like a piggy bank, all this money flies out. I think it's coins.
That's what I'm saying. I will shake her. I will shake that money.
My God.
That is a restraining order.
I am saying some people can make it. Listen, her wrestling is fine. Her wrestling is fine. She could make it on looks alone in WWE. Why not? And I'm not being sexist. Ultimate Warrior made it.
And if you have to start anything with "I'm not being sexist," you are, Dad.
I'm not being handsome. I'm not being hilarious. But no, I'm just saying.
Work across all adjectives. Sorry.
She has. You could make a star out of her, and they're like, oh, she's gone for a while. Let's bring her back from being hurt. Wow. Well, let's do it. No, she just loses. So. Julia Hart comes in and stares at Armadillo, but then, oh my God, Spider Girl, Thekla, whatever comes down. And she's like,
I think it's Thekla, and I think it's Tekla, and you think you know that. Not Thekla, for sure.
Yeah. Well, whatever. She comes down, she's like, I was going to be cool, but now I'm just part of all these mid-level women. And it's just, she's like, I'm evil, I'll fight with you because I'm evil. And Ty Mello comes down, and Megan Bain and Penelope Ford come down, and they're like, all the jobbers are staring at each other. I'm like, why? Tekla could have been, why not set her up to be a future big person? Even if she isn't. I don't know. Lexi has, oh my God, Daniel Garcia and Matt Menard. I hate this show. Rocky Romero comes in, and Rocky says, hey, we got no problem with you. We still want you to be in the family, Garcia, because you don't know what a real friend looks like. And Matt Menard says, I don't know what's going on. What's this story? Matt Menard is the worst person ever in wrestling, and I've seen Brutus the Barber.
Well, yes, him and Arn Anderson, not Arn Anderson. But yes, he needs to go away. I'm done with him. I'm done with Daniel Garcia. I'm just done with them. They need to just be off the planet.
It's ridiculous how little that Matt Menard understands wrestling.
Especially compared to how much he gets paid.
Yeah.
Oh, please tell me that.
Like, I'm pretty sure I could do that job. And I know nothing.
You would be a better Matt Menard than Matt Menard.
I would be a better Matt Menard. That's my new saying.
Okay. Remember how all we ever talk about in AEW is just too many people with the same names? Well, guess what? The main event is built on the fact both people have Kyle in their name. Kyle Fletcher versus Kyle O'Reilly. Best part of this show was they're doing Let's Go Kyle and the stupid chants. Brainbuster, and then Fletcher wins.
Did they chant?
And after that,
we Kyle people. We Kyle people.
No, they're not that smart. They're not that smart. That would have been great.
I thought they did.
After the match, O'Reilly gets beaten down by Archer. Pentagon and Daniel Garcia come out for the save. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
You know, ever since what is the new white bread group called? Paragon?
Papagon.
Papagon?
Papa John's.
Yeah. Papa John's. Ever since Kyle has won a singles match over a year ago, and Roderick Strong won his last singles match in November.
correct.
I don't think I like any Kyle in wrestling. Prove me wrong.
Bad.
Kyle Fletcher? You don't like him?
Oh, he's
The
okay.
Protostar? That's really good.
They got to pull the trigger on that here soon because he's wrestling
He's
Kyle
gonna. Well,
O'Reilly.
all right. How is he not facing
O'Reilly.
Adam Cole at the pay-per-view and winning the title? What?
I am done with Adam Cole too.
Yeah,
Well, he's losing the title to Kyle Fletcher at All In. So
I would never say I could beat up anyone. There are 120 women wrestlers who could kick my butt, but I could beat up Adam.
Why are you
Cole.
comparing women with men? Like, why is there like?
Because
What?
they weigh half of what I weigh.
Really, all women weigh half?
Okay, there's
How
20
about,
women who.
zip it, zip.
Okay, there are
I don't know that. I don't know what
there
that
are
means.
micro wrestlers who could beat me up, many of them, but I could beat up Adam Cole. What is wrong with Adam Cole?
Adam Cole can kick you in the face and you'd be done.
Yeah.
No, he couldn't because he would fall over because he weighs 80 pounds.
What's wrong with him weighing 80 pounds?
Because he can't beat me up. No one weighing 80 pounds can beat me up.
Oh,
Just can't.
bull. He can kick you in the lower ding ding and it would be over.
That's true.
I don't have a lower ding ding.
That's what I heard. I talked to
It's
Waffle
all
House.
upper. I have an upper ding ding.
Oh. Okay.
Not according to Waffle House.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's great.
Are we done?
What are we doing now?
Do we have enough money that we can quit?
No.
Oh my God, do we have enough money to retire?
That's the thing. We can't. We are.
I didn't
done.
think I could retire in 2000.
I used to, and then 2024 happened.
Oh, what a great day.
Yes.
Yes.
What's around my
2024
neck?
was a
I'm taking-
great day.
I'm taking off my tie because.
Let's do a new segment.
Oh no, let's not.
Yeah, why not?
I don't because the show's
Let me
so
tell a
long.
story.
I'm
So
drunk.
I went on. I
Yes.
decided
Let me
to go on
tell a
Chat-
story.
Yeah, I decided to go on ChatGPT and I asked. I just wanted to see, like, remember when Larry went on there and he asked him about Smart Wrestling Fan and they knew about the podcast and it was like, that's creepy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you ask and it's like, it knows what we say on the show and it's clearly Scrub's show and it's listened to the show and that's weird, right?
It's
So I
going
don't
to take
know
all of
why-
our jobs.
I don't know why I decided to do it.
Can't
I'm
take
like-
my job.
But I asked it, what are some of the famous catchphrases from the hit podcast Smart Wrestling Fan? And it gave
Wait,
me,
what was the prompt?
what are some famous catchphrases from the hit podcast Smart Wrestling Fan?
I love you put hit. The hit.
Yes, I had to put
podcast.
that because that's funny.
All
And
the kids love that.
it gave me so much information, and not
Just
all
from
of
that
it's
one question?
okay, but most of it's made up.
Okay. Well,
Let me give you an example.
Like
Spoiler
what?
alert.
Let me give you an
like
example.
what?
Okay.
Well, why don't we just start?
Okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? Because
Here's the thing.
I can ask it anything I want, but how do we do this?
Well, here's the thing.
If you're in the
I just
chat-
dropped a whole container of lotion on Boober's head.
Oh no.
So there's that. I'm
That's not
sorry,
good.
dog.
What do you do with your
Oh, he's
dogs?
fine.
How?
He's fine. If you can't see in the chat, there is a partially obscured view of the Great Spinny Wheel of Doom,
It's
or whatever
a
we
Storm
called it.
Tamer Super Wheel of Fun randomizer
Yes.
wheel.
Thank you.
Of fun, also
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
That is
And
such
this
a great-
is the segment is called the A1 Steak Sauce Chat GPT segment of the night,
Oh,
I think.
Okay.
Right? So what's going to happen is I'm going to spin the wheel and
Yeah,
it's going to land on a prompt that I had to put on stick-it notes because all of our pens ran out of ink. And so
That's how long ago
hopefully
we
when I
used this
spin
wheel.
the wheel, the post-it notes won't go flying all over the place and then paper cut me in the eye.
if they do.
And then whatever prompt
that
it
would be
lands on, Joe is going to read from
Okay.
the prompt that he put into ChatGPT when we did this.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's
I
do
said,
it.
are you ready?
I hope it
I have
picks
no
up the
idea what's
clicking.
going on here.
It's not picking up the
Click,
noise.
click, 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 tick, 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 tick.
It
Oh my
didn't-
God. Somehow I thought if I put my headphones
I
up
noticed.
against the wheel.
I
Oh.
watched you do that.
didn't
And I'm
make
like,
the-
you
because of the
literally
way-
put your cans against the.
Because of the way Discord is set up, it doesn't pick up background
Okay.
noise. So the whole clicking the wheel fun thing is.
I'm going to do it again.
Can you pick up
But
the
with a
microphone?
microphone.
And, yeah. Can you
With a
put the
microphone
microphone
this
by
time.
it and see if it picks it up?
I Foleyed. I Foleyed that.
Nope. It's
I
not
still
picking
can't.
it up.
Okay, click.
joke.
Okay, so it has landed on Amy's catchphrases.
Okay. I'll ask it
Can't
what
be about
Amy's
me.
catchphrases are. So let's see.
Yes.
What
I'm going to take
are
that sticky off.
some of Amy's catchphrases from the hit podcast?
Let's see how accurate this is.
You
Smart
have to put hit.
Wrestling Fan.
By the way, I am
Yeah.
out of wine.
Oh,
Oh,
So if
good
you
job.
are listening to the show and you want to donate, that bottle of wine is probably $40.
wow.
$40.
Wow.
I have
Yes.
never drank a bottle of a wine that costs $40 in my life.
Do you drink Pabst Blue Ribbon? Because
I
that
drink-
would be the difference.
Yeah.
Are you
I
ready?
drink Old Milwaukee.
Are you ready to see if ChatGPT?
No, Nick, I should say Amy because Joe put Amy in and not executive member.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. That's
look
just
at
what it knows. No, it says,
Does it
okay, it says,
know?
here's what it says. It says, I typed it in and it says, hold on, let me read it from the beginning. It says, yes, Amy's catchphrases on Smart Wrestling Fan.
Stop. It says all yes.
It says, yes,
It does.
dash.
Yes, because it tries to have a conversation.
It's trying to be a
Yes.
person, Larry.
Yeah.
I don't want a person. I want
Okay.
a tool.
Larry, shut up.
can you please
and let's
let me
get
read
this
it?
segment going.
Oh my God. It's
For
going to be a 5-hour show.
Christ's sake.
And then we're going to be
Yeah.
out of business because we didn't get enough donations. Okay. Yes.
I need to go get another bottle of wine.
Oh my God. Okay. You don't even want to hear your own
No, it's
segment?
fine. No. I was joking.
Okay.
I'll do it later if I need to. I'm good. I can't have two.
Yes.
I'll die.
Everybody.
Yes.
Amy's catchphrases on Smart Wrestling Fan are a bit subtler than Joe or Larry's, but they're
That scared
definitely
the dogs.
there. What?
I'm
The dogs are like, why is she yelling? Oh, yes.
No, I'm shocked that was like they referenced us like in comparison.
Yeah.
Listen
that's
to the
just
show,
how it
Larry.
does.
You knew that already.
Listen to the show.
Okay.
Well, I know, but it doesn't understand the show.
No, it doesn't understand
It
anything.
kind of does.
Okay.
It kind of does. A little bit.
May I continue?
You may.
Okay. Amy isn't the loudest person on the show, but when she talks, she lands punches.
Whoa!
Okay. Her
For those
catchphrases,
listening only, I'm throwing punches.
okay. Her catchphrases tend to be dry, sarcastic, and devastatingly accurate.
Okay.
Here are some of her most
That checks.
recognizable and recurring lines, sayings, and stylistic trademarks.
Ooh, TM.
Here's the quote, and it shows a emoji of a container of salt. That's not
Because I'm salty.
That's not a story. A classic Amy line when WWE claims a match or segment has, quote, long-term storytelling. But it's really just
That's all I say.
But it's really just copy-paste booking or nonsense.
Oh, they used copy paste.
They did. Delivered flatly, it cuts deeper than a rant ever could. And here's an example of one of her quotes. He interfered 3 times and now they're having a match. That's not a story.
It sounds like me all the time.
Okay, here we go. This next quote. This already happened. Used when WWE or AEW runs back the same match for the 4th week in a row. It's her way of asking, without yelling, do you think we're stupid? And then,
Okay.
And then, okay, sure. Dripping with sarcasm, usually dropped after a particularly dumb promo or segment, often about WWE's spin on something ridiculous.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
How much electricity was wasted on like that?
So much. And then I said thank you after each prompt.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Should we spin the wheel again and see
Spin
what,
the wheel.
what else we
I
can
think
do?
we should spin the wheel again.
Okay,
All right.
That makes
Ticket,
That
ticket,
makes
ticket,
me-
ticket, 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 ticket,
I'm so
ticket,
mad that we
ticket,
can't hear
ticket,
the
ticket,
sound.
ticket, ticket, ticket.
It looks
This
so
makes-
cool.
Oh,
this makes me feel uncomfortable. A little.
okay, I'm spinning one more time. Sorry. Ticket, ticket, ticket. I didn't like that one.
If
Ticket,
it
ticket,
lands on the
ticket,
same,
ticket,
if it
ticket,
lands on the
ticket.
same one, we can't do it again. It's stupid. So
Well, you've turned the
Oh,
balance
it didn't.
off.
Joe's catchphrases.
Joe's catchphrases.
Oh, I don't know if I... Okay, here's the problem. I don't know if I could say one and AI is going to do like a bunch.
Or we're not asking you, so that's a good answer.
I know,
All right,
but I'm a person.
Here we go. Here are some classic catchphrases and recurring lines associated with Joe Negron, the longtime host of the Smart Wrestling Fan podcast. Joe, this, by the way, this is not a gimmick. This is like, look, it's
This
right.
is actual chat
You can
GPT.
see
Yes,
it on
he's
my phone.
showing
This
his
is real.
cell phone.
It's very real. Well, I'm
That's how
showing
you know
that
it's real.
Really on
Whenever anyone shows their cell phone, it's like
it has
real,
to be real.
Oh my God, Joe, you order from Grindr subs so much.
Yes, all the time.
He does.
Okay.
How we get through Fridays.
Here's recurring catchphrases. Smart Wrestling Fan, the longest running weekly episodic pro wrestling podcast in history. Usually in the show's intro, asserting the podcast's historic run. We do
Great insight there, Chat GPT.
Okay. We
Better
do
than I
this.
could do.
Yes, we do this show for fun, but if you want to support us, and they say it's a segue into the Patreon plug or support details.
Oh.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's not how any of this works. Usually when
I
wrestling
can
logic
yeah.
breaks down entirely, like plot holes, bad rules enforcement.
Okay.
That's dumb and I hate it. A blunt and funny way, Joe expresses frustration with bad booking or dumb segments.
That could be any of us.
Oh my God. Shut up, Michael Cole. Yes, I say that a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
I usually say
poor
shut
Michael
up, Cole, but still. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
this is a good one. This was a Raw show, all right. Often used in summarizing a particularly average or forgettable episode of Raw. But then it's drunk.
All right.
Hold on, but then it's drunk. It says
Okay.
It says interactions with listeners. It says the quote I say is, "We read them all, but we can't read them all on the show. Managing expectations when listener email gets overwhelming." We read everyone.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, that's very rare. I don't even remember that once.
So it's drunk. It starts hallucinating and then it doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it pulling that from other podcasts in their
It's possible.
podcast?
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Sure.
Should we spin another?
Should we spin again?
There's so many.
Okay. Spin.
I don't know why you can't hear it.
Spin.
It's like all like top 10 moments
Oh my
from
God.
Larry. From Larry.
Wait, from
No.
Larry? And also, did one of those things fly off or are you taking them off?
I'm taking them off.
Okay, good. Top 10
Can you not
moments from
see it?
Larry. Okay. What are Larry's
I don't think there's 10.
top 10
There's not 10. That was the joke.
moments? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Oh, heck yes. I'm reading exactly what it says. You're asking for You're asking for top 10 Larry moments from Smart Wrestling Fan? Buckle up.
Yes.
Because Larry is one of the most unpredictable, dry, and strangely brilliant forces ever to sit behind a podcast mic.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait. Can you copy and paste this to me?
I'm telling you.
Because
Yes.
I think I found my.
Don't do it. Don't do it. First of all, he's not unpredictable.
No.
I have found my tombstone right here.
Okay. He's the guy who can derail a wrestling recap with a story about a haunted sandwich or explain WWE booking using crab metaphors and somehow it works.
Okay, I understand the crab. I don't know the haunted sandwich, but I am drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Top 10. Okay. Top 10 Larry moments from Smart Wrestling Fan as remembered, paraphrased, and reconstructed from the minds of fans, lore, and chaos itself. This sounds
That's
dangerous.
a lot of things.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Number 10. Wrestling. Larry's going to pee himself. Number 10. Wrestling. Larry's quote. Wrestling is just ghosts fighting in underpants.
What?
The moment that it happened.
Did I ever say that?
Joe asks what wrestling means anymore. Larry replies, it's ghosts fighting in underpants. You think they're alive, but really, it's just Vince's memory from the 80s.
Did I ever say that?
I don't know.
No.
Nobody knew
I
what
don't
it
know.
meant. Larry didn't listen to the thing about where this came from. He walked away.
Okay. What? No, I'm here.
Nobody knew what it meant. Everyone knew it was true, it says.
Wait. Okay, that's my tombstone. No one knew what it meant. Everybody knew it was true.
Yes.
I hate this.
Oh my
this
God.
AI.
Okay. Number 9. The grocery store story that never ends. The moment.
Oh no! Is it?
While reviewing an episode, Larry drifts into a story about buying expired soup and fighting a grandma over coupons. Joe
You just had soup
repeatedly.
No, no, no. We had soup expire. You just threw out old tomato soup.
I did from 2024. I did.
Oh my God.
Yep. Joe,
I would eat that.
That is real.
That's right.
I would eat that.
Joe tries repeatedly to bring him back. It never happens. Anyway, back to Seth Rollins. Wait, no, the soup was chicken based, not beef. That's important. That was your quote.
That did not happen, did it?
I think it's drunk. I think it's hallucinating.
I think it's drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8, the steak scale. The moment Larry invents a match rating system based on steaks instead of stars. That was a solid porterhouse. Not 5 stars, but definitely medium rare. And then I say, wait, is rare better or worse? And Larry says, it depends on the match. If the match was raw or well done, keep up.
Well, then it's never good. That's a great scale.
What is this thing doing?
That's like the best scale that we could ever do.
It's true.
Holy crap.
Okay.
That's like...
Number 7, Larry tries to explain Lucha Underground to his neighbor. Okay.
That happened.
The moment Larry recounts trying to explain Lucha Underground to someone who doesn't watch wrestling. So there's a time-traveling dragon and a murder temple. Also, Dario Cueto is God now, and I'm the crazy one.
What is it doing?
It's so hallucinating.
It's making you more interesting.
Okay.
Wow, that's not happening.
Okay, number 6, the TNA dumpster fire review. The moment after an especially bad TNA episode, Larry just says, this show is a flaming hot box of raccoons fighting over expired hot dogs.
That's
might
good.
have happened.
Okay,
That's good.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Joe lost it. Fans quoted it for years.
Wow, no,
Years.
no.
Years.
I think it's drunk.
What is this thing
It's
doing?
why I'm a wrestling fan.
Okay.
Can't it just say that it doesn't know, that there's not like 10?
No, because we wouldn't have a segment.
Okay. We'll skip a few of them because they're not that interesting. Number 3, the pigeon rant. The moment, out of nowhere, Larry launches into a multi-minute tirade about pigeons being smug and taking over the streets. What? They walk like they own the sidewalk. I don't trust them. They remember. Not wrestling related at all. Instant classic.
That's all I got is ducks.
What is
Sorry.
going on?
Number 2, the Three Stooges gimmick pitch. The moment.
Okay, this
the
is
moment.
real.
Joe's talking about some dumb new WWE tag team gimmick, and Larry goes off. Why not dress the guys as the Three Stooges, Joe? Just poke each other in the eyes. Instant comedy. Vince would love it. Then he committed to the bit for a full segment, including Moe's hair.
What?
And number 1, the number 1 Larry moment from Smart Wrestling Fan of all time. Crab people run WWE theory. The moment Larry claims that WWE booking is no longer done by humans, but by crab people living beneath Titan Towers. Larry's quote is, they click buttons and write for clicks. It's not about wrestling anymore, Joe. It's about pleasing the crab overlords. This became an instant fan meme. People still refer to crab people booking to this day. Okay, I'm going to ask you.
All the time.
By the way, honorable mention, Larry saying every time he refuses to remember wrestler's name on purpose. Is that Mr. Flippy? I'm calling him Mr. Flippy. Okay, I'm going to ask this. Is any
I don't know what
of that
crabs click all the time. Octopus.
Okay, hold on, I'm asking if it's any of the, oh my God. Is any of I asked ChatGPT, I think the segment's over. Is any of that real? Are you ready?
Hey.
Awesome that you're keeping me honest. And the short answer is most of it is inspired by reality, but the specifics are fictionalized.
What was inspired by reality? Crabs.
Okay,
listen.
Well, Larry has crabs.
Here it says. It says,
so that's the reality.
What's real or what I made up? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real. Larry's a real longtime co-host of Smart Wrestling Fan. His style is absolutely dry, deadpan, unpredictable, and hilariously weird. He does go on bizarre tangents, seemingly unrelated to wrestling, grocery stories, life rants, etc. He's known for playing dumb intentionally or refusing to learn new wrestler names.
I think it's intentional.
I have never refused to learn a new wrestler.
It's never intentional.
It can't rationalize. It thinks that's what you're doing. Okay. He really does come up with nonsense logic, wild analogies, and sarcastic theories to cope with terrible booking. The chemistry with Joe is a big part of the fun.
It is
a big part of the fun. Joe tries to stay focused. Larry pulls it into chaos.
Yes, absolutely.
What I made up but based on his vibe. The exact the crab people theory, pigeon rant, they're fictional, created by me to capture his style and tone, but they feel like things he could and might have said.
I agree.
Larry,
now, I know you said the segment's over.
Feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels.
They just said it feels. I'd like.
Okay.
There is no
I know
reality.
you said the segment's over. Okay. But I am not a regular guest. I'm like a special guest for today. And so I have 3 others. I want to know, who is Joe Negron?
Okay.
Ooh.
I
I would like that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, it's going to give you the senator.
No, hold on. Let's see.
No, not if you know how to use AI or A1.
I have no
Joe
idea.
Negron is the creator and longtime host of the wrestling podcast Smart Wrestling Fan, which began in 2005. Alongside co-hosts like Larry, known as Mr. Mutant Larry, Amy, and others. Joe has built the show into the longest-running weekly episodic pro wrestling podcast in history.
Whoa, okay.
What Joe Negron does on the show: runs the full production, books episodes, leads discussions, guides wrestling
How does it know that?
Because it listens to all the shows.
No, but how does it know I'm not doing that? I'm not doing that.
Oh, trust me, it knows.
First of all, it knows. Guides wrestling coverage, reviewing WWE, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, Dynamite, Collision, New Japan, and more each week. Mixes analysis and comedy while deeply devoted to wrestling. He's also known for playful bits and running alter egos and engaging the co-hosts in the off-the-wall tangents.
Alter
His
ego.
track record: weekly releases, over 1,000 episodes as of mid-2025. A cult following on platforms like Patreon, Apple, Good Pods, Podbean, and Chartable.
Cults are good.
Joe's style and impact.
bad.
Wrestling savvy, knows the weekly TV and big name storylines deeply. Community driven, includes listener email, Patreon questions, and lively debate. Balanced tone, combines detailed critiques with humor and character bits. Co-host chemistry. Whether it's Larry's wild stories or Amy's sharp insights, Joe creates space for it all, making his show feel dynamic and unpredictable. In short, Joe Negron is the driving force behind Smart Wrestling Fan, a podcast veteran with deep wrestling smarts, a knack for comedic creativity, and a genuine person that's held strong for 2 decades.
Very, very good. Very insightful.
Now, let
not
me tell
made
you,
up.
Not made up, but let me tell you real quick. So the other day I asked it, I said, what did I ask? Hold on, because it went off the rails for me the other day. And let me scroll up so I could tell you this, because this was like one of the weirdest things I've ever read on the show. Because it starts talking about things like, okay, it goes, if you want, hold on, I lost it again. I'm like going through a million things to chat here. Now I lost it. You guys help me out here.
Do you need somebody to talk to, Joe? Because you have way too much chat.
It says, ChatGPT goes, let me know if you want some favorite moments or quotes from the other co-hosts, like Amy, Joe's alter egos, or long gone regulars like Larry or Drone. First of all, it thinks you're gone, Larry. Second of all, Drone?
D-R-O-N-E, drone, like a bee?
D-R-O-N-E, right. So I said, I let it answer some other questions. Then I said, wait. So what does the question say on the wheel? Who's Drone? So I was like, wait a minute. I said, wait, who is Drone? You said Larry and Drone. Ah, yes, Drone. Glad you caught that. He's a deep cut, but a fan favorite for longtime listeners of Smart Wrestling Fan. Let's break it down. Who is Drone? Drone was a co-host character, in quotes, on Smart Wrestling Fan, a parody of the lifeless corporate-style emotionless analyst you might expect on a dull sports broadcast or from WWE's most robotic commentary periods. He was monotone, emotionless, and dry to the point of absurdity. Possibly an actual drone ? The origins are deliberately vague and ridiculous. He'd say things like, that was a wrestling match. There were 2 participants. 1 won. That is all. Or I did not enjoy it. People in the chat are
saying that Drone is dishpan.
But I did not enjoy it. But I am programmed to consume content. And then, are you ready for this? Drone versus Larry.
What?
Oh, I bet on Drone.
Okay, Drone and Larry are
I'm
real
rooting
close.
for Drone.
Dry wit and wild digressions were kind of yin and yang.
What?
Larry brought rambling stories, sarcasm, and wild analogies. Drone brought nothing. Absolutely nothing, which was the joke.
It
What?
wasn't.
This
Okay,
thing
is it
delusional. That is
It is.
not
But
real.
I
okay.
need to know. I need
But-
to know who is Mr. Mutant Larry, though.
Oh,
We
okay.
have to get through the three of us.
Okay.
So
but
hurry
didn't
it up. Chubby,
Okay.
chubby.
Didn't it tell us who Larry was? Didn't we say it 100 times? Okay, here we go.
I don't know.
I don't
I
remember.
can't
That
get
was
tired of it.
Okay.
separate
Who
question.
is Mr. Mutant Larry? Mr. Mutant Larry is a longtime co-host of Smart Wrestling Fan, joining Joe Negron and steering the weekly podcast since at least the early 2010s. Although his full name isn't public, the Mutant moniker underlines his distinctly offbeat style, quirky, unpredictable,
does?
and often delightfully irreverent.
Gee.
Okay.
It's delightful.
Official co-host credit. Official listings consistently name him as a lead alongside Joe. For example, in episodes like Smart Wrestling Fan 1045, Larry finds the soundboard function.
No way! Just scrape the newest
It did.
thing
It
and was
went,
like,
oh, that's dynamic with Joe. Podcast descriptions often say Joe Negron, Mr. Mutant Larry, and the Executive Moonbeam discuss the week in pro wrestling, placing Larry as a central voice.
oh,
The wheels just fell on me and attacked me.
Ow. Okay.
a central voice.
Yeah. Why the mutant part? It's clearly a playful nickname that highlights his unconventional approach, unpredictable
No, it's
commentary,
not.
weird theories,
I'm not allowed
comedic
to say why
tangents, and ew, gross.
Well, I know we've covered this off. Yeah, I'm not saying.
And that odd mutant brand of humor that keeps the show fresh and fun. Yeah.
But what does it say about me?
Okay, let's find out.
Well, no,
I
it's
swear to God.
all nice things
my
about
arm.
you.
I got attacked by the spinning wheel. It knocked over a whole bunch of pens. I think Boober's eating them.
Oh my
This
God.
is not. This is the worst day of my life.
I can't believe it had the crab people thing about Larry.
I know.
I don't even know what to say
It's
about
got that from the crab thing we used to do all the time about Rusev.
No.
It might have gotten it from that. You're right.
It's gotta
Okay.
be.
Okay.
What about me?
Sorry, I'm scrolling so I can get there. It talks
Well, I'm
about
going to
my-
fill the empty space by saying, what about me a bunch of times?
Oh yes, that's fine.
about
Who is
Canyon?
Amy from Smart Wrestling Fan? Okay, already it's delusional. Amy, aka
Thanks.
AW or Amy Wrestling, is a longtime contributor and co-host.
That's what
who
I'm
brings
known
a
as.
unique voice to the podcast. A real wrestling fan with deep knowledge of the product, often the voice of reason when Joe and Larry go off the rails. Known for her dry
Yeah,
humor,
got
sharp
that part.
insights, and cutting sarcasm, brings a much-needed female perspective to a male-dominated podcast space. Can't argue with that. What makes Amy stand out? Intelligent takes. Amy doesn't just recap.
Moves.
She analyzes storylines, character arcs, and long-term booking in ways that show how closely she pays attention. She's great at calling out lazy storytelling, gimmick overuse, missed opportunities for character development. Signature tone. Amy's delivery is often deadpan, witty, and quietly savage. If a segment was awful, she won't yell about it. She'll eviscerate it with one dry comment like this. This was a choice they made, and they made it in front of us, which is unfortunate.
Did you ever say that? Because that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I think it sums up me as a person.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So dry, so savage,
Yes. The Amy factor. She
so
adds
out of wine.
legitimacy to the analysis, balance to Joe's comedy and Larry's chaos,
Y'all
fresh
are a bunch of
perspective
hacks without me.
that keeps the show evolving. And
I don't get this.
It says, Amy steals the show.
No.
Okay, hold on. It says, and it gives me a top 10 steal the show moments here.
What?
Yes.
It's all
Any of them real?
I don't think they're on. I'm looking at everyone and they all look made
There's
up.
not
Listen, I
one
have
real
zero.
one.
I have almost zero to add, and I
So,
am fine
okay.
with that.
Are we talking about, so to put this in a box, is AI just telling you sort of what they think you want to hear out of this?
Almost all the time, but
Yeah.
you know,
So
But I
is
didn't
that-
ask the question.
But I'm
That's a good
saying, is
point.
that like, no, but it's putting it. This reminds me of when you read a horoscope and it's like, you're like, what is a Capricorn like? They're hardworking and, and you're like, oh yeah, that's me. But if you were like, what's a Sagittarius like? And you're like, oh wait, yeah, that's me. It's like,
What's a Sagittarius? Is that like
I
a
want to know what it is.
Stegosaurus and a Sagittarius had a
Yes.
baby?
But I'm saying, is this all we're doing with AI? Is just like padding our egos and stuff?
Is that you say that only when it's talking about me, but not when it's talking about you?
No, me too. It's like I'm listening to him like, oh, dry wit and everything. It's not like, no, not once
You
it was
don't
like he's.
have dry wit. That's the thing. And that's not a knock on you, but you don't have dry wit. It's
Yeah,
very
but I'm
wet.
saying that's
Very
what I'm
moist
saying.
wit.
I'm like, it never says sometimes he's drunk and makes no sense. It doesn't say that.
Sometimes
Right,
it
it doesn't say
doesn't
that.
lie.
It's trying to be nice.
But I'm saying, is this the modern like zodiac horoscope stuff? This is all we're doing.
it's Zodiac Horse.
Listen,
Yeah, that's it.
It's
I
just like-
need this to be more accurate because I use it a whole lot for work.
Yeah, it needs to be a little.
I
better.
would be scared
Well,
to use it for work.
Regardless.
Okay, a whole lot more about me. Go on.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I read it. Oh,
I didn't know you were done.
well, I think we're done with the segment. That's all.
I think we're done with the
okay.
segment.
Yeah, because we need to get to Blood SmackDown because I don't really want to
do we?
talk about SmackDown, and so we're supposed to be obligated to not even like review it because it's Saudi Arabia government's run, and
I didn't watch it.
so guess what?
Okay, what happened though? What really happened?
Okay, here's what happened. This is the interesting thing because it's kind of newsworthy, but Cody and Orton are out there in the ring and they're talking, and all of a sudden there's a power outage, and
Yeah, okay,
they
that
were
part is
down.
news.
So this aired earlier in the day on Netflix everywhere except the United States. So if you were outside the US, you could watch SmackDown on Netflix, and if you started watching it at the time it aired, when it was live, you watched a few minutes of these two guys, of Cody and Orton talking, and then it was like 40 minutes of we'll be right back on Netflix, and you just had to watch a looping video that whole time. But apparently Cody like talked to the crowd and like did all these things. So, and then when they replayed it later in the day on USA Network, they used cell phone footage that they recorded for the part to finish the Randy and Cody segment. Yes, they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask you because we watch it in different ways. I was like, how did they cover this?
Yep. That's how it happened. So there you go. So
Oh, thank God.
Which show was it that went after these messages? We'll be right
We'll be
back.
everything
back.
it was Saturday morning cartoons on ABC.
Okay, gotcha.
After
Thank you.
these messages. So they have been trying to stop people from recording on cell phones, right?
Oh, they recorded it on one of the production guys' phones.
Oh, so
Yeah.
wait, they have a production guy just standing around using a
Yes.
cell phone?
Yes.
They should because of the
Well, I
in
guess
case.
you're right. They should. Yeah. Jeez.
Just in case. But yep, that's what they showed on USA. But it worked. And then when they came back, Cole said sorry, for the technical difficulties or whatever. So they had JC Mateo beat Jim Uso in a match.
I'm sorry. This is such a just horrible misuse of Kabu,
No kidding.
of Jeff Cobb.
We bring Jeff Cobb in for that.
I'm so disappointed in this.
Well, the problem is you're like, oh my God, it's that JC Jeff Cobb. What a big deal. And then we'll get to it, but it's like, oh, it's a taller guy.
Exactly.
He was
You're like,
Matanza.
wow.
He was
I know.
amazing.
I know. We were just talking.
And
He
I
is
I don't
good.
understand what they did.
It's really sad. And then Julia beat Zelina Vega for the U.S. title. Like, she just beat her. Like, nothing. That's it.
Because everyone knew that's what was going to happen.
Yep. Then there was some talking with Jade, Asuka, and Naomi, and that's something. Then, get this hot action. Andrade and Phoenix are still a team, and they beat DIY for no reason. Aleister
Tag
Black
division
and
is so
Ron
bad.
Killings are feuding now. Both faces.
Why
Street
why
Profits-
are they doing this R-Truth thing so badly?
I don't know. Street Profits beat the Wyatt Six in a tag title match by disqualification with 28 run-ins.
They need to give up on the Wyatt Six.
I know it's getting
or
sad.
the entire tag division.
I know
it's well, I think they can salvage the tag division, but the Wyatt Six, it was a non-starter after Bray died, and that's unfortunate. But what's his face is not.
I know Bo Dallas is not
picking
anything
up where
like
he
his
left
brother.
off.
No,
you had
Right.
you had to commit to it, and they did not commit to it from the beginning.
It fell apart.
And Nikki Cross deserves better
A lot of the guys in there
because she's
deserve
so
better.
good.
She has always deserved.
Well,
better.
except for what's his face who forgot how to wrestle.
Dexter Lumis did forget how to wrestle. I don't know. I hope that he's not having some kind of issues with. Well, I don't want to say. Tiffany beat Nia Jackson, last woman standing, so she retained. And then they did a.
Isn't it last women standing?
Yes.
Woman's.
No, they never get it wrong that way.
That's true. And then the main event, John Cena and CM Punk, where CM Punk came out as the Doctor of Punkonomics. And I popped because of the Thugonomics song. The segment itself, if you watched it on USA, you saw a very, very much edited and better version of his rap, because in Saudi Arabia, the real rap, he botched most of it. So
this was the most embarrassing thing I've seen in wrestling for a couple of years. It was.
But again, I wanted to love it because of I like the basic Thugonomics, but Punk's like,
no, the idea is fine.
The idea
because
was
I missed that whole era of Cena because that's when I was out of wrestling. I'm like, why do all these people know this song? This is weird.
Well, the problem is,
yes.
The problem is, like, who else? Let's see. Kurt Angle did this. I think Big Show did this. Who else did the
a bunch of people copied Cena, of course.
Yeah. So
to make
I've
a
seen
mockery
this
of
many
Cena.
times.
Yeah, they've done it before and better than Punk did.
And the fact that Cena just stood there, and I was on Cena's side where I'm like, this is just dumb. It doesn't mean anything. It was so bad.
I know.
And Cena and CM Punk looks like he's 1,000 years old in that gimmick.
I know, he looked very old.
Because he's like,
but
hey,
he's
fellow
older,
teenager.
So of course he's going to look old, so that's fine.
And he's a D-bag.
Well, he's a D-bag too. Yeah. So I'm sorry if the chat, whoever loves CM Punk so much, but he's kind of a jerk. But whatever. We still need like $400 some or the show's dead. So, but right now, this is where we would do the blood money segment, but Raw did it. So we didn't even have to watch Blood Money because Raw recapped the entire show at the beginning of Raw.
True.
So guess what? Monday Night Raw. Let's do this right now.
And it's not even that. Joe, you really enjoyed Blood Money more than I did. You thought things happened.
I didn't enjoy Blood Money.
I'm not saying enjoy. You thought things happened. I was like, this is.
I thought things happened
boring.
because there was a title change and like a little bit of things happened, but.
But did anything in
no,
that
it doesn't
thing
matter.
surprise
It's a show. These
Nothing
shows we know
surprised you.
are shows that really don't matter, and then they'll throw a title change in there to pretend it matters. But really, they seem to be outside the regular canon. Like, we're back. Larry, oh my God. If we're looking in the chat, Larry has a picture of himself in like a bikini or something.
And he sent me this on an oven mitt.
Yeah, and he sent that to us as a Christmas gift.
Picture.
Painted on, or what's that called? Printed on an oven mitt. Oh my God. So if these are the things you're missing in the chat, if you go to Smart Wrestling Fan, if you go to YouTube.com,
you're not missing them.
Yeah. YouTube.com/Smart Wrestling Fan, you can see these types of things that we're talking about.
You're not asking anyone to join.
No. But let me real quick. I think we had a SmackDown email, didn't we? Yes, we did.
Oh God, why?
I don't know. Let's see. Hi there, podcast wizards. In this Smack Me Down, they had an improvised tag team beating DIY and Monsters trying to beat the champions. Okay. I know.
That's it?
I don't know what that means.
No, there's more, but why can Punk talk and say nothing and Cena keeps quiet? Where did he get that?
Well, okay. At least that made sense, because why did Cena talk? Why did Cena talk and Punk laid on a table for half an hour?
I know. So. And then we had, did I read this last week? No, I couldn't have. This one was from Mr. Senior Smith that says, my wife and I were watching Raw during this must have been last week's Raw, during the Cody Uso match. Yeah, it was the last of the semifinals. She says, I think Cody would have no problem laying down for Uso. That got us talking about how smart Cody is about the business, which led to talking about him being a founding member of AEW. I noted that I really like the size of the company AEW is because they go to some pretty neat arenas, which helps them set it apart from giant polished visual turd that WWE has become. I like it too. They can go to the small arenas.
Oh, yeah. When they went to Mexico, that was great.
Yes. Then Cody won the match. That's the email. So, thank you. So that's it.
Wait, hold on. Didn't somebody announce that today was Cody's birthday? How old did they say he was today?
One of the dirt sheets. So Cody turned 40 today. Okay. Last day of June. 40 years old.
Okay.
It's great. One of the dirt sheets posted on Instagram that he was born in 1885. So he turned 140 years old.
He wrestled Lincoln. He wrestled Abraham Lincoln.
And guess what? That's probably going to be copy and pasted around the internet, so he'll be 140 according to all. I
agree.
Internet. So there you go. Okay, let's do Raw.
He looks really good for his age.
Oh.
Yes, Raw live from Pittsburgh, and here it is. Blood Money recap. You don't need to watch it because WWE just showed it here. They showed it. Cody beat Orton to become King of the Ring. Sammy beats Karrion Kross in what Cole calls a miracle. What? Karrion Kross hasn't won a match in like 20 years. So I don't know what
he
that
hasn't
means.
wrestled on a pay-per-view or whatever they call them since 3 years ago?
I know.
I was done with Karrion Kross when he was the rabbit on Lucha Underground.
Oh, man.
I do not like that guy.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley beat Raquel in a street fight. Hikuleo shows up and costs Jacob the United States title. And so Solo is your new U.S. champ. Jade,
is Hicka Hula a real thing or something I made up?
You made it up.
Leo.
Yeah.
What do I think it is?
You think it's Hickadula?
From Greece?
Hickadula? I don't know what it's from. What is it, from Greece? I thought it was from like old I thought it was from old like beach movies. Like in the 1950s.
I think it's from Greece. From Greece.
That's fine. Jade beat Asuka, so she's Queen of the Ring of women that can't wrestle. And then Cena retains over Punk after 7 run-ins. Can I make that up? Did 7 people come out of the back?
Oh.
They did.
I honestly, that match was like 27 minutes long.
Of nothing.
And 15 minutes was people running in.
So nobody needed to see Blood Money. There you go. Okay, here's what happened on Raw. They were walking. Who was walking? Sami Zayn, Penta, New Day, Sheamus. Rhea Ripley comes out. Now, WWE had advertised this as Rhea has a huge message, secret announcement, big thing to say. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Not those words, but they said something like that. And, okay, Cole and Graves are on commentary because Football Head is no more, by the way. He's not going to be around for a while. If ever.
But wrestling was, he said wrestling was what he was born to do.
Yes. He said,
remember?
We said, warm it up, Football Head. And he said, I'm about to. Warm it up. That's what I was born to do. And then he didn't do it. So. Hey. Yeah, he didn't do it. Okay, you were wah-wah-wahing him, not me. Okay, got it.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Okay, so Rhea brings up Evolution. The women's pay-per-view that's super important, that's a week and a few days away that there are no matches booked for.
No one.
But it's really important. In fact, Stephanie will go and open the show and tell you how important it is next week. But this week, we don't have any matches. So Rhea says...
because WWE doesn't know how to write for women, and I've said that every single time I've been on this show. And no one listens to me.
Especially if they're on a boat.
And they don't know how to write for them.
If you got a
woman on a boat. Porn?
On a boat.
Oh, for them.
Yeah, for them. Yes. Okay.
I thought something different.
So EO comes out, and there was no announcement from Rhea. Thanks, WWE.
No. She did say... No, she said, I wonder what's next for me. That was her announcement.
That's not an announcement. That's
a question. Like it is. It's like, I wonder
so
what's
Io comes
next
out
for me.
And she says, I'm allowed to choose who I defend against at the very important and definitely not an afterthought show Evolution. So I choose you, Rhea Ripley, because you're the best. Oh, and then Asuka comes out and goes, no, I'm the best. No, nothing happens.
That is an amazing story. Wrestling is all about
What a story. Not only is it a great story.
All about storytelling.
Rhea forgets her lines and says the same thing twice.
Yeah.
And then accepts, which basically sounded like she accepted 3 times in a row. So that's it. That was the opener. What? That wasn't anything.
Boy, that pay-per-view is so important.
It's so important. We're going to wrestle each other. The end.
Yeah. I'm interested in seeing it.
But man,
I don't know what I'm going to see.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But I need them to write. I need more women writers, and I need less wine.
This is pathetic.
But I need more women writers.
I agree.
You need to start this like 4 weeks ago. They've totally dropped the ball.
So we're in the Judgment Day lair, and we're there too late because the sound is bad, and also we're late. So we're watching Balor and JD leave, and I have no idea what was just said. And then
the lair always has bad sound, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
It usually does. But this week
it doesn't make any sense.
They cut to it too late. And then AJ Styles is there wearing glasses, and he's with Dominic, and he's like, "Look, I have glasses." And then Dominic says, "You can't hurt me. I have a doctor's note, and you can't attack me, or you're going to lose your title shot." And AJ leaves, but then he comes back, and Dom goes and holds up the note again. He goes, "Doctor's orders. MC Hammer, you can't touch this." That was funny.
He tried to work this out.
Dom's very funny.
Great.
He's very.
Is AJ ever going to get that title shot?
No.
I really love Dom, and I want AJ to go away.
Yeah.
Well, by the time the Dom is ready to go, there'll be another story. I don't think AJ's ever.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I've ever liked AJ.
His wrestling is.
He's a great wrestler, but he's a problematic past. So whatever.
I don't care about his past. I just think it's incredibly boring.
That's fair. Tag title match. Judgment Day versus already in the ring New Day. So the tag champs are already in the ring. This cannot be good. The match itself, though, is very good. But then the crowd starts going crazy for Balor, even though it's heels against heels, because anybody against New Day, they're going to cheer for the other guy. There's lots of cheating, but in the end, moonsault by JD and a stomp by Balor. And what? Judgment Day just win the titles.
Why not?
Y'all remember when Finn Balor sent me a personal video Facebook message? What was it? What's it called?
It was a tout.
Clip.
No.
Yeah.
It was a clip.
No, it was just a Facebook. I think it was just a Facebook FaceTime or something. Yes. I don't know. It was awesome.
Yeah. I think it was a Twitter video, actually.
Cool story, bro.
Whatever it was. Yeah, it was good. But wow, the New Day, you guys suck, and not like in the storyline way. This is not great.
I've never seen something that we've wanted for so long be so flat.
So many good ideas for the heel booking of New Day, and they had it right with the Big E thing, and they pulled the twist.
Yeah, I was gonna say it all involves Big E, and
then when Big E wasn't coming back, it was like, well, we'll just stall and we'll have him do stuff, and it's like, and then they started out great.
Big E's just the heart and soul of it, and if you can't have the heart and soul of it, then
that is a problem. Work. But they started out good. They started out with Big E, and then they're like, even the heels backstage didn't want to talk to him, and there was no time for them for interviews. So it started great, and then after that, it was like, we don't know what to do. So they gave him the tag titles. That's not a good enough crutch. And then since then, they've done nothing. So guess what? Get those titles off them. That's it. Backstage interview with Bayley. And she's crabby, and Lyra comes in, and she's crabby, and they both hate Becky. But this whole storyline's crabby, and it's making me crabby because why is this story? What is this?
And do you care about the Becky angle? Because you have two people fighting each other about Becky, and I don't care about Becky. Yeah. Yes.
You know how women be.
That's WWE.
Shopping?
That's what WWE told me. Fake GM comes in and he says, you guys can wrestle tonight. And the winner is the new #1 contender. But he never says to Becky's title, so it seems like it's not for that. But
you're telling me that the two who have lost to Becky wrestle to see who's the next contender.
The least biggest loser. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you're not as bad a loser.
Oh, wait till we get to the match. Sheamus,
how could it be worse?
4 weeks in a row, I'm pretty sure. Sheamus Clown Car, which is Sheamus, the Alpha Babies, and Natalia. What is this quote every week, these four? Why?
Because Natalia has a podcast now, so.
Oh, that's great.
It's like just let everyone have a payday.
That's it. Goldberg video and all of his good stuff is from WCW over 25 years ago.
Like 50 years ago.
Everything.
And was it that good? Was
No,
it that good?
it was okay. It was exciting if you liked the streak, but was his wrestling ever good? No.
No.
It was just 2 moves. It's fine. But 25 years ago, and this is what we're banking on for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Which I have no doubt will get very high ratings. But
Yeah, because it's not a pay-per-view.
no,
Hey,
it's not.
the last world title we saw was CM Punk versus John Cena. We've got to stop this at some point.
Yeah. Now we get something great. Because we get a reminder that last week, now remember, Gable had to leave for shoulder surgery. So last week, they had a backstage segment, and they had Penta break his arm with the sacrifice to write him off of TV so he could get the surgery. And right after that, if you listen to the show, we said, why was Kaiser just hanging around and watching them? That's weird. Why is he doing that? Well, after Raw aired, I talked to Larry, and what did I say, Larry?
Oh, you called it. You're like, what if he takes the position?
I said,
And
it's all there
he's
for him
like,
to overhear everything. And wait a minute, if Gable's gone, that means Grande's gone. And if Grande's gone, somebody should fill the suit. But the Gable kids are, the Creeds are too big. Get someone else.
And stupid.
And stupid. Oh my God, is Kaiser going to be the new El Grande? So they show a clip. Earlier today, Gable's telling American Made, you guys have to hold down the fort. I have to go get surgery. The fake GM comes in and says, good luck on your surgery. And I guess we won't see El Grande around here for a while either.
And it's great how he's like explaining it. So you're like, Kaiser's like back in there, like,
And now, all of a sudden in the background, Kaiser's back there watching. Again, second week in a row. And Gable goes, well, we'll see. We'll see if we see El Grande. And, oh my God, there's more coming up later. So, Rusev comes out. And that was later, right? Yeah, it had to be with an interview. Got it. Okay, so Rusev comes out. Bronson Reed does a dinosaur commercial. That was kind of sad. Yeah, but whatever. GMs talk backstage, and Judgment Day walk in, and Finn Balor says, hey, Raquel has worked really hard. It would be really mean of you guys to strip her of the tag titles. So how about we just find her a new tag team partner? He should have just said, remember
you've done this many times
before. Did this before when it was Piper and Chelsea and her tag, and then it was Jade and Naomi and Bianca.
Yeah,
and you just give the title to somebody else. Why don't we just do that again? So they were like, well, let me think about it. Okay, we'll do it. However, they have to prove they deserve them. At Evolution, they're going to defend those titles against a team from Raw, a team from SmackDown, a team from NXT. And Balor's like, okay, sure. Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Still I really like this story. They have done a really good job of making Judgment Day consistently bounce back from being like, that
right. It's a crappy group to it's an awesome group to it's a weak group to it's a good group. Yeah. Yes, they
literally later in the show they'll be like, look at all our belts.
Yes,
you need to do that.
Absolutely.
It's an opportunistic group.
Yeah. And I think
but it's an entertaining group too. Mm-hmm. Rusev versus Artie in the Ring, Sheamus. And last week I said, oops, I said it was Cesaro that was in the League of Nations, but it was Wade Barrett. But you know what's even weirder? That they mentioned Del Rio on Raw. This match though.
Well, they got him fired out of.
Yeah. Corey Graves was really trying to get people into this match. Everyone's like, oh, it's a Big E special, meaning it's a meat match. But you know what? I was bored with this match.
Oh, no one cares about this.
Like, okay, it's Rusev against Sheamus. What? Why? Like, what's the point?
And it was a huge time suck. And all I could think of was the people sitting there watching it live have to watch this and then watch another 2 hours of SmackDown.
Yeah. And then Cole, all of a sudden, he goes, this reminds me of a late 70s match. What?
That's not good.
What?
I guess
you mean a slow, big guys hitting each other match? That sounds horrible. Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody say, like, I want to see a late 70s match.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like something good. Rusev cheats, and he wins with a crappy-looking kick. So this garbage feud continues.
What does this do?
I don't know. Rusev came. They brought back Rusev with no.
I'm done with Rusev. I'm done with Sheamus.
Yeah,
I'm done with. I'm just done.
Rusev was nothing in AEW, but it's kind of worse here.
If he's not Rusev Day, does anyone care?
Yeah.
And the answer is no.
Right. And the thing is, I don't want him to be Rusev Day either.
But
no, because
Rusev Day is...
Yeah.
Rusev Day is on the table. It's the lowest hanging fruit you can have.
Yep.
Why not do it?
I know.
Because guess what? The crowd will pop because God knows that this crowd only cares about chanting stuff.
You cannot have Rusev Day without Lana. And I don't want her.
Yeah, I know.
No one wants Lana. I know.
That's not true.
That's not true at all. Earlier today, produced crappy video package with the GMs. And they're like, well, guess how important this Evolution pay-per-view is. It's so important. To get all the women on the show, we're going to have a battle royal, and the winner goes to Paris to get a title shot. What? That's Evolution, a battle royal.
And why are you telling me about the Paris thing now? It's just every time they do something, I'm like, oh my God, I got to think about this thing coming up in like 4 months. Just stop.
I know.
Did you know I went to Paris once in 1992 and all I did was spend the week smoking pot at Jim Morrison's grave?
Isn't that what you're supposed to do there?
Did you spray paint it? Yeah. Did you
spray paint it? No, I didn't spray paint it. I tore out a page of my passport thinking that I would get detained, but I wasn't.
You wanted to be detained?
In France, yes. I was 16. Yes, of course.
Does that work? Like, they're like, nope, we're going to...
Clearly it did not because I'm here.
Backstage
Still
interview.
Stuck in France.
Yes, with American Made. And
American Made.
Here it is. Here's the part. Ivy wants to qualify or something. What was this? She's like, I have to qualify by wrestling Stephanie Vaquer to get in a battle royal to qualify for a different match. Did I hear that wrong? First of all,
yeah, no one cares.
First of all, where was that? Where's that match?
No,
why is she the only one who has to qualify?
Yeah, and why did not what's his face tell her that when he left?
I don't know.
I got you a match.
Did I miss what her point was? Because that's what I heard. Maybe I was wrong. And then, oh my God, we ask and we get it immediately, as the phrase goes.
So quick.
El Kaiser Americano walks in. Kaiser has stolen the outfit and mask of El Grande Americano.
So skinny.
And he's so different looking.
He looks so different.
And it looks
amazing.
So weird. But you know what? The Creeds look at it like that's not right. And they want to say something. But Ivy's like, shut up. I'll handle it. So Ivy's this is everything I wanted. This past week, I said, oh yeah, the Creeds are dumb. And Ivy's going to have to be the smart one about this. And then this is going to work. It's going to be funny. And
listen, it's all there. Let them do it. Let them do it right. But
imagine Cole's going to be like, well, that's not Chad Gable. And Graves is going to be, of course it's not Chad Gable. We already knew that.
Yeah. No, that's not Chad Gable.
It's going to be
talking about. And just if he's a better America Grande
imagine that.
Than Chad.
Well, don't forget.
Chad Gable is so mad.
Over on Nazi Twitter, El Grande is the speed champion. So Kaiser's going to have to defend that title. So that's
so good.
That's funny stuff.
And the Kaiser helps him out, and they're like, wow, he really helped me out here.
Yep. And he could get the group like, well, now that the Judgment Day are champs, the Creeds could beat them. No problem. He could get them gold. So then all of a sudden, off the camera, Sami Zayn gets attacked by Karrion Kross. And so that continues. And
boy, I do not like Sami Zayn anymore. Wow.
I love Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn's great.
I love Sami Zayn, but where he's at right now, I'm like, this is just, he's constantly just flopping around like a fish.
I mean, but he's a utility player.
Yeah.
But
like whatever they need him to do, he does.
Look, he's a good guy. He's so good, he's stupid. That's constantly.
I'm fine with him. You know, he's just Sami Zayn.
Gunther comes out. He says that he could beat Goldberg in 3 minutes, but instead, no, I'm going to wait for him to blow up and I'll outclass him. So, okay.
So 6 minutes?
Yes. He says, I you don't like bullies? Well, I'm the biggest bully, and I'll bully Goldberg and treat him like a piece of crap. Like flush him down a toilet?
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't know how you bully poop.
He says, and after I beat Goldberg, I'll get to ask, who's next? And then Seth Rollins comes out with Paul Heyman. Oh, boy. And they have a
Oh, my God. I love Seth Rollins' shirt.
His shirt's good and his briefcase is good because he made a new custom black and gold briefcase. And Rollins says, congratulations, champ. Ha, 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 and says all this stupid stuff. And then CM Punk comes out and he fights with Rollins. Rollins runs away through the crowd. Gunther, though, grabs Punk as Punk walks by him, and Punk shoves Gunther and knocks him over. That's going to be
I don't know that
mistake.
that was supposed to happen.
It
looked like he was caught off balance. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but it worked. It was good.
Yes.
Because it seemed like, oh, you just made a big mistake. And then Rollins is still standing in the crowd. LA Knight sneaks up on him and attacks him with popcorn. And then they
Speaking of another person, I need to go away forever.
They fight and to the concessions and knock over a guy's drink, and Rollins runs away again. They're giving me a match I don't want.
This whole top of the card thing is becoming very...
It's a mess.
Confused.
Yeah.
You need to put your cards up on the wall with your yarn connecting
It's
them.
like they don't have two big enough stars on both shows that we haven't seen compete already. So we have to have all these other, like, right below them people. And it just isn't... Oh, it's not so interesting.
When we get to the main event, you're like, why is... Like, this is what we're talking about?
Judgment Day Lair, they all have gold now. Dominic Intercontinental Champion.
I like this a lot.
Balor and JD Tag Team Champions. Raquel's the Women's Tag Champ. And they put one title on Roxanne because it's official, at least until their match at Evolution. And Balor says stuff. Raquel's all mad. And then as soon as Balor talks, Raquel's like, okay, I'm not mad anymore. And then they do a vote.
And what are you going to do?
Yeah. They do a vote to see if Roxanne is officially in the group. And JD says yes. Balor's already said yes. Dom says he has to talk to Liv. And Balor's like, nope, too bad you can't. You're not allowed to. And Dom, though, goes, allegedly yes. Does he mean reluctantly yes?
Such an idiot. I love it.
Allegedly, he says.
Yeah. Play to your strength.
Amazing. Raquel says yes, and now they have a toddler in the group named Roxanne, but she is really focused because she wants to take out Kairi Sane. Okay. Is that because they're blaming her for his injury? Because they never said that.
I like the story that she will definitely save Roxanne, and they'll be that. Like, we have so long until Liv comes back. We can do
We have so long that Liv is a face no matter what happens. No matter what you do,
I agree.
It's impossible.
And people want her to be a face.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how many times in wrestling an injury has been good. We have seen so many times that somebody's like, oh, yeah, and they go away, they come back. Liv is so over as a heel. When she comes back as a face, it'll be great.
The same amount of over or more. Yeah.
But everyone in Judgment Day is almost like that at this point.
Yeah, they were applauding for
do you know what I feel?
Yeah, for
now I feel really
poor
bad.
Carlito.
Yeah, because of Carlito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why you got rid of Carlito.
I don't know either.
Like $50 a night.
Really stupid.
Aw.
No, they probably were.
He was getting paid a lot of money. You have no idea. So Bailey comes out.
If you're in the video, you chat whatever it's called, YouTube. You're saying that Boober wants to spin the spinning wheel.
Ooh,
that's exciting. Going.
Boober can spin the spinning wheel even though we can't hear it. But oh my God, he did!
Oh my God, he just did
it hit him in the face?
No, he did not like it. But it says Larry's catchphrases, so we can move on.
Okay.
Yeah, move on.
I'm sure it's something about crabs or pigeons. So
I have crabs. You're giving me about pigeons.
I have never admitted that.
Oh my God. Before we listen, chat, smartwrestlingfan.com donated at the bottom of the page. We haven't played ching sound effect in like over an hour. So anyway, back to this Raw review here. We were at all of a sudden there's a Kairi Sane is the Pirate Princess video, and she's here Did we not know she's a pirate princess and she's here? Because we did. Why is that now?
She's been here every week.
Yeah.
It looked like an introduction video.
It did, like somebody we don't know. And it's like, she was
Like Kyrie's saying, but I never will understand the pirate princess thing.
Well, the problem is they constantly make her seem like not just an underdog, like you would never believe she could win.
Right.
And that wears thin after a while.
It does, real quick.
She needs to have a really good run.
She should have a really good run where she injures everybody with the chairs.
Oh, wait.
Where she doesn't get injured or she... Yeah,
I know.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. Bailey versus Art in the Ring. Lyra, nobody wants this.
Oh, no,
And
not
the
after they
finish
saw it.
sucks. They do
Finish was bad.
Okay, so they do an ugly series of pins, and the last one is both women's shoulders are down, and the ref just counts and goes, "It's a draw." What? Okay, we knew already that at Evolution it's Becky against them both. Okay, so it's triple threat. That's fine. But if you didn't know that, this wasn't the way. And then they keep fighting, and they get pulled apart, and Cole goes, you know who's really happy about this? Becky Lynch. She doesn't have to fight anybody. Really? Is that what they do with the title? Is you don't have to defend it then if you don't have a number one contender?
Okay,
I understand Cole's just trying to be the moron fan or whatever, but yikes.
Maybe it looked stupid back in the old days where another ref would come out and be like, wait, you didn't see.
Yes.
Their shoulders were down too. But this ref was just like, whatever.
She's like, it's over. Not restart the match. Not we need a winner because we need a match at Evolution. Just like, nah, forget it.
No. And Valkyrie she put her arms up and just laid back. It was just so ugly.
Really embarrassing.
It was a terrible finish.
Yes. Saturday night's main event adds.
It's a terrible finish, and it's supposed to be like a woman of what we think is supposed to be the past or very closely being in the past, and a woman of the future, and it didn't make either one of them.
No, they both look
it made them both look bad.
Yeah,
and they can do so much better.
Yep, it's a shame. Saturday night's main event adds a match. I don't think anybody wants this. Seth Rollins against LA Knight. Do you want it? Do you want it?
No, because I don't. It means
I
nothing.
don't want LA Knight against anybody unless it's like a career match and it's guaranteed that he loses.
No, okay, but or you actually pull the trigger on him. It's just you can't have him just hanging around like this.
And again, we're
awful.
building Saturday night's main event a week and a few days away.
But we're building Evolution. No,
same thing, same weekend.
Why?
Backstage interview with Angry Punk. Okay, Punk's
Is there any other Punk?
No, there's not. But he's all mad. Do you hear what he called Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker?
Braun?
I know, yeah. But
was it Braun?
Braun, like I do every week on the show. But, he doesn't listen to the show and stew. He doesn't listen to the podcast. He didn't
block us for some reason on Twitter.
He didn't block us on Twitter, and he didn't talk about and get mad that one time about Larry's lack of personality parody song. He's not bitter about it. So
he wasn't a weird D-bag jerk on
THQ rooftop
during the THQ rooftop event we
went
to. No.
Okay, let me give CM Punk some credit.
Okay.
There are people who become famous and become D-bags.
Yeah.
Legitimately,
okay.
When he was living in his car.
Right. He was already angry.
Yes.
Okay.
He was already
there are
hating
people
everyone.
who become there are people who become famous and turn into monsters. I'm not saying he's a monster. His issues were there well before whether he was famous, whether he wasn't, or whatever.
Okay.
I don't want to do the same.
LA Knight, I know. LA Knight walks in and he says, nah, CM Punk, I have the Seth Rollins first. I'm like, okay. Nah.
At least it makes sense.
Nah. Backstage, wow. Sami Zayn has
wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you said, Joe. There's not some major superstar at the top.
It's everybody.
So we have this revolving thing. Even Penta is being put in this, and Sami Zayn. We'll see. It's just it's this revolving thing. Of like
just everyone.
Things are happening.
Yep.
There's not a major star. It's weird.
Yep. It's like we have to keep Seth, even though Gunther's the champ, we have to keep Seth Rollins on top on Raw, and we have to keep John Cena on top on SmackDown, and maybe Cody and like Gunther are right under that, even though one's a champ. But other than that, it's this like long list of people.
Yeah.
I'm also done with Cody.
A lot of people are done with Cody.
We're all waiting for his heel turn.
We're just waiting for his heel turn.
I was done with Cody a year ago.
If I had to guess, SummerSlam is the double turn with Cena and Cody. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but
I don't care either.
Yeah.
I don't care about either of them.
I know. But okay, so backstage, Sami Zayn has bad ribs, and Penta comes in, and they both do the Zero Fear thing, and now it's the main event. Sami and already in the ring, Penta, that's not a good sign, against Braun.
This is the main event.
Okay, wait a minute. Who else calls him Braun? Punk. Me and you, because you heard it from me. Okay.
Listen,
so you're saying you have something in common.
Oh, God. Before the match, Paul Heyman tells Bronson Reed that Rollins left already, and that's so that at the end, the faces could stand tall. And Braun Breaker's all antsy to kill everyone. It's an obvious match. It exists, and then there's a spear by Breaker and Sami Zayn jobs. So the heels win, and then Penta gets speared, and then they get beat down, and Jey Uso has to come out with a chair for the save, and he clears the ring, and the faces stand tall, and that's your Raw. And we have one more Raw before Evolution, and there's like, gotta figure out something.
How many women's matches were there tonight?
None. One.
No,
one.
What's
Bailey and Lyra?
Yeah,
okay, before Evolution, just one.
Yeah, isn't that important?
Yeah.
And how many matches are booked for Evolution one week out?
I know, 1, 2.
But it's important. It's like legitimately. I would understand if women were upset that WWE made this. Oh, we're so into women's wrestling, and they forgot about Evolution.
Yeah.
Then they brought it back. That's kind of insulting. But the fact they bring it back just to counter program AEW is, wow. That's just lean into that insulting thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something.
What are you gonna do?
So, the other match that's supposed to be booked, Trish Stratus was backstage at Raw, but they're also taping SmackDown right now as we speak.
Oh, okay.
The two matches that were supposed to exist were supposed to be Charlotte versus Jade, which isn't happening anymore because Charlotte's supposed to be with Alexa Bliss as the SmackDown representation of that tag team scene for the tag titles. You know, the frenemies.
Why?
Frenemies.
No.
And then
I don't want it.
It's Trish is supposed to be there so she could wrestle Tiffany Stratton, but I don't know if that's for the title. So
okay.
I mean, I assume it has to be, right?
You might as well make it for the title. We know what's going to happen.
It's just stupid.
I know.
It's like they've never even met women.
This is going to be a terrible.
I know it's bad.
Whole whatever they call them, pay-per-views.
Yes,
premium.
PLEs.
Premium live event.
Don't say premium lame.
It's just very. You shouldn't say lame. You just stop it.
Bad leg.
It's
that weekend is so. That's 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks
or 1
away.
week?
It's the same weekend as All In, so we have 2 weeks.
So what do we have?
A week and 4 days, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
5
okay.
days.
So a week and 4 days, we have SmackDown, Raw. We have
SmackDown, Raw, Evolution, NXT Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event, and Ring of Honor, whatever the pay-per-view is the night before All In.
And Evolution.
Aye, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And Evolution. That's
like 5 or 6 things.
Too much, man.
What WWE is so lucky right now. They're making so much money. What will kill them? I don't know. Overbooking to where no one cares.
That's basically it.
That won't kill them either. They're not going to get to a point where nobody cares. I mean, there's always going to be some who love the overbooking enough to sustain the show. There's no way for them to fail. How much?
Humma. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Has donated $300.73.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So
that's $19.30 and 73 cents.
19. I'm doing.
I don't
you're saying
understand
we're
the
short.
significance.
You're saying we're short 69.
I only do the addition, not the subtraction.
No, how much are we short?
like $69.
Oh,
And
cool.
change.
That's
And
so
change,
cool.
yeah.
Minus
Yeah, probably
2,000.
69.69. It's probably a joke.
69.27. No,
Okay.
no.
Got it.
But that's
Fair enough.
amazing.
It is. Thank you. Humna Mahama. Oh my God.
Thank you, Humna Mahama, who works for his he
I know.
works for the show.
I know.
Without pay, but he
He contributes
steps
and he
in.
contributes and he contributes.
Yeah, and he subbed for me last week, so
He did.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
so good.
yeah, he left my mic on monotone, but I switched
Aw.
it.
How dare you?
But he was
Wow.
much more factually accurate and less drunk, so it was good.
Facts are overrated.
Oh my God. $69 away.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
69.27.
That's how I want to go
Not too
out.
bad.
It would be
$69
Larry's
away.
hoping that we die with needing $69.
I can do other things. I mean, I don't know what they are. I'll ask AI.
really
AI,
don't.
tell me what I can do.
Ask Alexa
Nothing.
to ask AI what you could do.
Oh no, I can't.
No,
I
doesn't
don't
work like
do
that. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Let me make sure we don't have any other emails or anything, because wow, that was raw and that sure existed. Oh, I do say that. We got
Yeah,
this-
exactly.
Oh my God, greatest man that ever lived. Hey, pal and pals, thank you very much. That's the email.
Awesome. Thank you.
I agree with
This man
that.
never lived. That's a great Weezer song, by the way.
There you go. Yeah. This can't be the way this goes down.
I was going
No.
to say, are we done? I mean,
No.
I'm okay with this.
My time, I figured out how long have we been doing the show? Like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
My time, when you do all of the math, adds up to $69.27.
Does
Just
it?
totally coincidentally. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
how much we have to pay?
So if
I
you
don't-
take in-kind donations, then that works.
Okay. Well,
Oh, well, I mean, it was a good run.
I know. It
I don't
was.
think Larry
Nothing wrong
understands
with
the
that.
concept of
I don't think
in-kind
he does,
donations.
but it's okay.
No.
No, it means I saved the show.
What?
I mean,
Mother effer.
no, not well.
I
If
don't
you want to
understand.
say it like
no.
that, I guess. Where'd Larry
Why?
go?
It doesn't matter.
I'm doing my background on the.
Oh,
Yeah, your background is borderline not suitable.
no. Well, it was on Dynamite. I mean,
Especially, I don't
It
know
was on
if
Dynamite.
if it's intentional or not with the microphone placement, but if it
was
was
not, but
intentional,
now it
Oh my
is.
God! I did. Okay,
Kudos
I had
to
no
you.
idea. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
seeing things I did not see, but now I cannot
Yeah.
unsee them.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God, that's amazing.
yeah, you did good there.
Yeah, she's
I
all
will
up
give
in
you
there, isn't she?
the rare credit there if you are.
That was
If you're not seeing this on video, then that is on you.
Oh my God, that's great. Can we?
It's almost as good as when you popped out of Otis's crotch.
Can we just stop right now and I can watch this for the next
wow.
2 minutes?
No.
That's probably what.
That's all it takes.
Let's not do that.
Poor
great.
Waffle House.
Oh my God, that's great.
Well, I guess this is our last episode.
Yay!
That's it.
Oh.
I guess my time is worthless.
Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to think of something else we could do.
I think we did great. What's that?
Okay, hold on.
No.
Maybe somebody donated $69. Yes. If it's just $69 flat, I'll throw in the last 27 cents. How about that?
Okay. Well, no.
What is that?
Okay, this isn't real.
Why did somebody?
What?
Are you ready with the calculator?
Yeah, I think I already have to that, but yeah.
Oh wait, well, tell me what it says.
0.
Well, could you go find the real number again?
We were
It's just
$69.
I'm at negative 69. Okay. Oh, no. I can figure this one out.
Okay. You did
2,000
it.
minus 69.27, right?
Got it. Yes.
Yeah.
1930 and 73 cents. That's when Cody Rhodes was born.
I think you guys are going to think I'm messing with you, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know what
Yeah?
to say because I can't like read this like without sounding made up.
Okay.
This is not real. Oh my god.
Who? What?
Well, what?
I
I have to pee really, really bad, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm excited already, and that's gonna make me pee.
I'm
What?
not excited. Why? What? Did somebody donate exactly the right amount?
No.
Right.
They went a little crazy.
Okay. 69.28.
Yes, that's it. 628.
Oh.
So one penny over. No, I'm just kidding about that. I just have to hold on. Let me confirm this is real and not just like a made up thing, please.
Okay.
You guys talk for
Fair.
a second.
Fair. Okay, so Larry, the chief complaint I heard in the chat was your microphone placement obscured your face, which was my chief compliment. So I'm torn.
Okay, now look at my face. Look at my big.
I don't
neck.
want to.
Well, somebody.
Are you not wearing a shirt? Is that what people who are
I
not
had
listening?
no. It's so hot in here. Why
Why
can
is
I
there
not
not
have
air-
a fan?
Why is there no
My
air
house does not
conditioning
have air conditioning. My
in
house
Ohio?
does not. I have an attic fan. I do not have air conditioning.
I don't even know what an attic fan means. Is Ohio stupid?
Seriously, you don't know what an attic fan is?
I've never heard of such a thing. Why would you need it to be cool just in your attic?
No. The fan sucks up all the hot air into the attic and blows it out the attic windows.
Oh.
You've
Yeah, like we
never-
have a gigantic air conditioner on our back porch.
Yeah, and that
that
costs
just
lots
blows
of money.
Nice AC all through the house.
Yes, that's okay. I'll
He
make
doesn't
a
have central
picture.
air, is what he
Look
said.
at that! Look at that! I'm
Okay,
making a big muscle.
I've confirmed it through PayPal. It's real.
Okay.
Okay.
Positive Cheese has just donated.
Uh-huh.
Has just donated 27 cents, but in front of that, $1,600.
No, you're lying.
I'm not. I can send you a screenshot of this. $1,600.27. So can you add that up?
I can't. But no, seriously.
35.31.
Oh my God!
Is he using someone else's like credit card? Just like I don't
I'm
care.
not kidding.
We'll take it.
Holy crap.
Thank you, Positive Cheese.
Positive
Just saved the
cheese.
show.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Really?
I'm Larry. I'm not joking.
That's nuts.
Okay, I'm a little shocked. I mean,
Okay. I guess we're not dead.
really?
Yeah, I guess y'all will be back next week.
Yep.
That's really awesome. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Positive
that's really
Cheese.
awesome.
That's amazing.
If I have some like disabilitating injury, like
Yeah.
maybe I won't be back next week.
I didn't want to
right?
say
I don't know what
anything before I
disabilitating means.
looked it up
like
and
I
made
can't
sure it's real.
talk. Maybe I don't.
Thought it was a joke.
Debilitating?
Disabilitating.
Debilitating.
Debilitating?
Yeah.
This zombie.
Okay.
Um,
I'll do it next week.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And honestly, whether you donated $1,500 or $5,
it doesn't matter.
thank you very much.
You're all great.
Yeah, it's
And
just amazing.
No,
You guys
It
are,
matters,
yeah.
but
No, I really
Either way, it's
appreciate
great.
the people.
No,
who
it's
donated more.
yeah.
I do appreciate it.
well, I guess we have to come
That's
back
just
next
awesome.
week.
I know.
Sorry, Larry. I know Larry wanted to
all right.
just retire or whatever, but we have
Yeah,
enough
'cause
to
I'll
save.
be
20
back
years,
here
yeah.
for the 30-year episode.
Oh, okay. We have enough to save the show now. So,
Wow, is that our first fund drive that ever like met the goal? That's
Yes.
pretty good.
well, no.
And
Yay.
thank you for everyone in the chat too, by the way. You
Yes,
guys have
thank
been
you
great.
to everybody in the chat. But seriously, though,
I couldn't see it.
no, Larry, our 1,000th
'Cause you're an idiot.
anniversary thing, our 1,000th episode, we hit the goal there.
Okay, so twice. So you got to
times.
do 1,000 episodes or 20 years.
I
to
know.
Get
That's the thing. Whichever comes first or second, and we did it both times. So, okay.
They're the best
okay.
fans.
So tell us, listeners, do you want us to do video? Do you want us this to be the normal thing? It's not always going to be hectic like this, and we're not always going to have like 3 hosts or whatever. But do you want us to do this? Email in. Let us know what you thought. Let us know.
As much as Larry protests, he's a narcissist. So
Well, clearly,
you know he's gonna love the
Look
video.
at that bicep.
Oh
Okay,
my
look at that
God.
bicep right there. Look at that bicep. I'm just saying.
Can't tell because your
look at the
video is
left one.
stupid.
Look at the left one. It's
I don't know
just-
why your video is
right.
so stupid, Larry. Your video is kind of dumb. So
I don't
Yes.
care.
You can see like your forehead, part of a microphone, and then a woman.
No one cares. Look at that arm. Look at that bicep. Oh my God. Look at that.
Can't
Look
see
at that.
it. Can't see it.
all right. Well,
Yo, wait, hold on. One last question in the chat. We're being asked, Larry, how much can you bench?
Oh, you listen. I do not want to go off. You never bench max. What an idiot. Why would you take a chance of hurting yourself? You never
called somebody
bench
You
fat
max.
call
an
the
idiot. You're
person who asked the question
No, I'm
an
not
idiot?
saying I'm an idiot. I'm saying if you try to bench
if
your
you
max,
do it, you're
you're
an
an idiot. Because you, but why? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you can. Like,
How do
look at
you
this,
know
look at this.
not to bench that amount if you don't know what your max is? What's your max? Does that
because
mean it's low and you don't want to say?
No, you lift what you can lift from 8 to 12. You go to 8 to 12 reps. If
Austin
you can,
says, I don't bench max either, but if you did, what would it be? Just answer that question. We don't need some big philosophical argument
I don't
about
know.
your
I don't know. I could do
exactly because
probably.
he doesn't bench.
can't guess.
No, I bench every day. Not every day. Work
Nothing.
days. But yeah, no, I would say
Toothpick.
I don't even know. I could do if without like losing form, I could do 100 push-ups. That I can kind of guess.
How much do you bench? 100 push-ups. That's exactly what the question was.
No, I'm just saying I don't know. I would never. I would never lift
Austin's
heavy.
max is around 285, and so I think Austin is better than you. But hey,
Oh, maybe. But look, does he have this?
Oh my God.
Look at that!
Probably.
Oh my God! I don't care. Listen.
Oh my God.
There is no reason to gain strength. You want to
my
gain.
bet is
You
that
want to gain
Austin-
look. All you want to gain is look. It doesn't matter if there's strength behind it. You don't care. You just
Okay.
want to look good.
my bet is that Austin not only benches more than you, but knows how to do like the video and everything better than you.
Okay, 285. Let's see. I would have to use the plastic weights in the basement. Can I 280? Yeah, I'll see if I get one. I'm not deadlifting because you can hurt yourself deadlifting. I will try 285. I will try 285.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. Everybody, we may actually make money if I could do this every show. Look at that.
Okay,
go.
well,
My
maybe that
hope
was
for
the
you
reason.
is that you do this without a spotter.
Oh no, I have a cage I can latch my stuff in. So yeah,
What if you slip?
I'm sure you do have a cage.
yeah. I'm sure I do too.
Anything
Poor
else?
Waffle House.
285.
I think we're done here.
I think so.
I'm still in shock, so
I am very much in shock.
I don't know what else to say except wow.
No,
Freaking awesome.
there's been like 3 donations that shocked me, but whatever. But you know what? I gotta think if I would have listened to this show for 20 years, I'd have tossed a coin. I mean, why not?
You have listened to the show for 20 years and you've tossed
No,
nothing.
I honestly, I listened to the show last week, and I was like, this show needs something, and that was me. But
Because
yeah,
your time is worthless, so you've done really nothing.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we're done here for this week. Thank you to our great
right.
co-hosts today. Thank you, guys.
is this really going to be 21 years? Can we never
It is already.
mention the years?
We celebrated it today, but it really was at the beginning of June. We're already in the 21st year. Okay.
Listen,
This
I will
was just
make
the
an
day we
agreement.
celebrated it.
You can make a big deal about the like episodes numbers, but can we stop saying like 20 years? That's
Why?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
I
like
don't
it.
want to get into this.
because I'm old.
I know we're all old.
Yes, you
It's
are.
Fine.
I'm not.
Whatever. No, we're not old.
20 years. What have you
I'm still
done for
very
20
young.
years?
Nothing.
How many
Just
marriages
this.
last 20 years?
Not many.
How many?
None.
Like
None ever.
Yeah. No. Relationships are terrible. But yeah.
Yes, they're worst.
How many cars have you had that last 20 years?
None.
No. Yeah. that's
Unless
what
you're
I'm
in
saying.
Ohio.
No, we just sell them to other people. But yeah. That's just insane.
I can't believe that video behind Larry. Okay. That's our show,
It is
everybody.
weird.
Like I said, email us in.
That's
Let us
the
know what you
show.
want to do because now, guess what? What do you want us to do? Because now we can do stuff. I wish I could hear that wheel spinning. We can do different segments now. We can do other things, video things, special treats. We just want give us the ideas, what you want. We'll see what we can do. So let us
Yeah,
know.
once we got past that 20-year barrier.
Yeah, now we can do stuff.
Yeah.
It just took
Yeah,
us
the
20 years.
regulators are off. We
good.
can do anything we
Exactly. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Happy 20th anniversary to us. And we hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Yay. 20 years. Yay. 20 years. Okay.
Okay, bye, everybody in the
so
YouTube.
Hot. Bye.
We'll figure it out for next week.
Bye. Are we doing video next week?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be ready. I'll be more ready. Okay.